It's Operation Babble with Myke Shrews. It's pop culture, music, movies, TV too. It's time to explore life. It's Operation Babble time.
What
Ho!
up?
Ho! Ho!
And already the audio listeners are missing out. You need to go to
Is it
YouTube and see
going?
John.
Oh god.
Mrs. Claus is touching herself in the other room.
Yeah, she is.
Uh,
Somebody's
Guys,
got
I'm
to.
gonna sweat my fucking ass off in here. I gotta give the full reveal though. This is important.
you have a whole... Oh, yeah, you do.
Wait for it. Boom. Guys, I bought this shit, I believe last year. I fucking love it. If nobody, well, obviously, if you're an audio listener, get fucked. But we love you because you started us out. I'm in a fucking velour ass tracksuit with I'm like a rhinestone reindeer boy. I got, oh god, it's so hot. I have a Santa hat with a beard on it. Guys, this is hot as shit.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Okay,
and
well,
not like in a sexy
Did I
way.
start the
and I'm
counter
trying
to
to
see
drink.
how long he takes it off?
I'm trying to drink a soda.
Just so we're clear, the whole first part of this is probably not going to be great for audio viewers, but we're gonna try and make it interesting a little bit here. If it's not very interesting, I will cut it for you audio guys, so don't worry. Merry Christmas, everybody. It's not Christmas yet.
And
We're
a
putting this
happy
out
new
a
year,
week-
you filthy animals.
We're putting this out a week before Christmas, so everyone has a chance to actually listen to it, because who the fuck wants to listen to us
Ever.
on Christmas with their families? Because their families should probably be like, oh, you're like that. Okay.
My family don't even want to listen to me.
That's sad.
It happens.
I apologize if we're muffled. I'm talking through a Santa beard, and I'm
It's like
gonna
a pop filter.
I'm gonna be about 50 pounds heavier. Not that I need it, mostly because I'm eating all of the fuzz.
Oh, I'm gonna be
So.
50 pounds heavier by the end of this podcast. All right,
Ya
so
boy.
to start us
I'm
out,
drinking eggnog, so I'm on my way there.
Hell yeah! You put anything in it? Ah well.
No, I don't drink.
Ah well. You know, we all don't have our hobbies.
well, to start us out, guys. So this Christmas, we decided a while ago, and I probably should have used it as my backdrop, but I didn't because I like my backdrop. We are going to end up discussing Four Christmases,
4.
A
Oh,
Christmas Horror Story,
Ugh.
and the Hogfather.
Woo.
Or Hogfather. It's not the. It's just Hogfather. So we'll get into that, but first, I sent the boys a little treat.
Don't say it like that. It's gross.
Treat.
All right.
Treat.
Fair enough.
Along the Ho train. No.
Oh God, I forgot about that. That was great. Was that D'Lo Brown? No. Who the fuck was
The
that?
Godfather.
No, it was the pimp.
The Godfather.
What's his
Yeah,
name?
the Godfather.
His name was Godfather?
Mhm.
Yeah.
After
Oh.
Papa.
That was it. Okay.
All right.
Sorry, you guys. I should believe you guys when it comes to WWF knowledge. Not the WWE. Fuck that shit.
All right. So you guys have.
To
I
fucking
sent,
crickets.
I sent these guys some gifts. Do you guys have your gifts in front of you?
Excuse me. They're
boys?
called GIFs.
GIFs.
They're
GIF-
GIFs.
GIFs. Do you guys have your stuff in front of you?
I
Yeah.
do.
I'm trying to get that. There we
Why
go.
does my light keep getting brighter and
Okay,
brighter?
so
Fucking hell.
for this, let's
Compensating
have,
for all the red.
who wants to
You
go
compensate,
first? Who wants to go
comrade.
first?
Oh,
Who
well,
wants to go
first I want to bitch because
Okay.
this is what I do professionally is bitch.
Yeah. Your Twitter proves it.
First I want. Okay, this is also true. Second, I want it to be clear. Thank you for whatever I'm about to receive. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
thank you, Mike.
I'm just gonna say thank you. Granted, I don't know what it is, so I may
bit
retract.
worried.
I may retract that. But
They're boxes of dildos. Everyone's getting dildos. Dildos for everybody.
for everyone, you're like
No.
you're the Oprah of pornography.
The phallic shape kind of gave it away, but
I feel like you're fucking with me, and I don't appreciate it because I noticed the wrapping paper, my dude, and this is some horse shit right here. For anybody who can't see the visuals, it's Star Wars, but granted, it's really just the droids.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with it.
I got Scooby-Doo.
Fuck you, dude. You're not gonna give me Scooby-Doo? That's all I fucking talk about. It's fucking horse shit. Well, granted, I also do talk. Okay. I feel like I got trolled.
I figure the only thing on the Star Wars one that you might not have liked was BB-8, but BB-8 was cool.
I
It was
like
one of the
BB-8.
cool things in there.
Dio is some bullshit. That's just a fucking hairdryer with a wheel on it. He looks like
I
the
thought
pea
he was
shooter.
a cool.
Oh, I forgot about that.
He
one.
looks like the pea shooter from fucking Plants vs.
Plants vs.
Zombies.
Zombies.
It's all horse shit.
But JJ voiced him. Come on.
Is that a thing?
Did he?
Why is that so stupid? It's so stupid. Who cares? J.J. Abrams is a hack. He's a fucking hack.
Okay.
And those Star Trekkers should understand. Trekkies.
Why couldn't he have made it look like his bad robot logo? Well, that's kind of
That would have actually been kind of cool.
short circuit.
But then he also would have looked like the main dude from Robots.
But then
Yeah.
Disney would have owned his.
They already do
robot.
own his nuts. What? Kathleen Kennedy has J.J. Abrams' testicles in her mantle right now.
So you just wanted to bitch that you got
Yeah.
Star Wars wrapping
Yeah.
paper.
Sorry, I've derailed as I usually do. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
I brought you all a tangent in your stalking.
All right. So who wants to go first then?
I have 3, so I might have gotten spoiled. Tivis, what is your quantity here?
I got 2.
2.
Well then, Tivis, because Santa is all about giving, I'll let you go first.
You sure it could go you, me, you, me, you?
No.
Okay.
I was about to say,
Start with this
don't
small-
fucking tell Santa what to do.
All right. So show the camera just for the viewers that are actually watching. What we got here is a phallic one. Okay, that's a dildo. It's a big black one. Spoilers.
Well, I mean, look, it's important. I'm good. I'm not gonna finish it. I was going to. I'm not going to. Well, feel free to tear it open in front of us, Tivis. There's a reason why there's a
This
camera.
is really hard to do with my camera up this high.
It's your fault for putting it up there. I literally
I wanted to
commented.
show off my decoration.
I literally commented. I'm like, did you put your fucking camera on a fucking ladder? You look like you're 2 feet tall, my guy.
Why does it feel like you glued this on here? This is not coming off very easy, Mike.
Well, it's because I feel like, Tivis, you are the most unenthusiastic present opener I've ever seen in
I'm
my life.
fighting with a box.
Santa
now.
Santa is extremely depressed, and he's angry.
All right, I'm ripping the box.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna let him keep going. We were starting a conversation this
Something
morning.
fell out.
I live in Minnesota, so don't dox myself, Santa. It's
Oh,
fuck- What the fuck is that? Oh, he got merch.
What was that? Oh, a GTP sticker.
Oh, there's a couple in here. Okay.
Are you down with GTP? Yeah, you know me.
Nice.
Oh, toilet paper. He sent you toilet paper. Woo!
So he just got
There's
a
another
Knives
one
Out
here.
poster he showed for audio guys.
See, it's
Which
funny
I have a
because
stack of those.
Okay.
for the people not watching on video, I get to make
All
so many
right.
jokes. Okay, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you, Mike.
I love it. Posters.
Is
Apparently,
there
you're going to
another
be
one
going
or
to
just
college.
2?
I was figuring.
Out.
Nope, they are different. All right, the Knives Out one were the same, so I kind of thought. Do that.
Ooh.
Gun.
I gotta say, Michael, I'm confused. Did Tivis move into a dorm room at college? Like, we're sending him posters. You think he's gonna put those on the ceiling so he can look at them while he's? Never mind.
He's got to put them on his side of the bedroom.
For those
Piss his wife
watching
off.
the video version, because these two were complaining about me not having holiday stuff the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
My wife came in and decorated last night.
Hell yeah! Shout out to your wife, man. At least she knows
Alright.
what she's doing.
All right.
I got this one here.
Oh, you're gonna
So
go again?
this
Are
one
you not
has
even gonna let me?
Oh, I thought we were going.
You're not even
you
fucking
go.
let me go? All
right,
right,
go.
No, it's fine. Santa didn't want to.
No,
All
you
right.
go. I already put
John, do the tiny one. The
That
littlest
was
one.
literally the first one I had in my
Okay.
hand. So a little baby one. I got a little baby one.
This might be a trolling gift too.
I feel like you got me a pair of earrings, or
Oh, yeah.
or a little like your class ring. I feel like I'm about to get ringed by you. And for people who don't remember that, it's essentially like we're gonna go steady, and I like it. What the fuck is it? Oh, it's a little Lego orkai or orc. Little urukai.
Nice.
This is fucking dope, actually. I love
from
this.
Lord of the Rings. That's actually from Lego World or Legoland, whatever it is.
Oh man, how many children did you have to kidnap to be allowed to go in? Is it like Chuck E. Cheese?
All of them.
This is fucking dope, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting some bullshit. This is actually really cool.
I almost sent you the Hobbit one we have from the Hobbit movie, but I was like, no, he'll hate that.
And I'm just like, and he's looking at me right now with angry eyes, going, "Why hasn't Michael finished the whole entire series yet?" You even had time for them to make a 4K remake, and you still haven't finished it. That's how behind you are. Thank you, Sarah. I love it. This is we have officially become an unboxing channel now. Great.
Yeah, totally unboxing. channel. We're gonna go widescreen on both of you. Got no.
All right, Tivis.
All right.
Scooby-Doo wrapping paper's cute. I stand Scooby-Doo. If anybody hears whales outside, it's just because I left my window open because it's hot as dicks in this costume.
Don't use a knife on that.
No.
Oh,
that's cool.
it's an aerosol can. It's gonna puncture.
It's a pillow.
All right, seriously, garbage truck. Could you not right
that.
now?
So this one has a story.
So what is in space?
I asked Tivis what his favorite Power Rangers show was, and he said,
Yeah.
"I guess In Space." So I
Really?
went to look
Really
for
hard.
some.
Yeah.
I went to look for some Power Rangers in Space merch, and I could not find it whatsoever.
Yeah.
So that pillow, Tivis, is custom made for you. I designed it and made
Wow.
it for you. So
Thank you.
Wow.
no one else has that pillow at all. So,
You should have signed
there you
it.
go.
And
And the cool thing about that one is you can actually unzip it to pull the pillow out to wash the cover and shit, so you don't have to ruin the pillow or anything like that inside.
what do
as
you
well,
mean
so.
ruin it? What is he gonna jerk off on? I'm
Well,
sorry.
you know, some washers you put the pillows in, they end up ripping the cover and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So this
I
way you
just
can
don't wash
just put
my
the
pillows.
cover in a baggie or something and wash it that way.
You fall asleep on the pillow, dude. Just don't think about it. But
But I'm sure your wife will like that on your couch in the living room.
yeah, I'm sure she's gonna go. No, that stays in the office. Use it to decorate your background. Gotta ask. If I remember correctly, that's the one where they had like those like weird like space surfboards, like rocket
Yep.
surfboards, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I liked the aesthetic. The show was retarded, but I liked the aesthetic. It was kind of like Neo. Like that was always the fun thing. Was after after the
Neo
original
or
Ranger.
Zeo?
Huh?
Did you say Neo or Zeo?
I said Neo because I'm retarded, but
Okay.
because it's Zeo Rangers, right?
Yeah.
With the Z, okay,
Yeah.
with a Z for you Australians. I always felt like after the classics, I felt like we were just making the shows to figure out how obnoxious we could make the morphers. Do you remember like Turbo had like the little flip key and you had to like put it in and then
Well, yeah, it was toys. All those shows are just for toys, dude. Like,
and then they pulled a Arnold Schwarzenegger and they're like, it's Turbo time. No, they didn't.
yeah,
Well, no, it was shift into turbo.
Shift into
sorry?
Turbo gear.
Which I'm sorry, super gay. Shift into turbo was stupid. So fucking fluffer time. You could have done that 10 seconds ago. Again, audio people, I'm sorry. This is a very visual heavy podcast, and we apologize. But
Just at the beginning.
yes. Well,
in the beginning, there was.
In the beginning, there was a hoe, and then another hoe, and then a third hoe. I gotta say, I liked the Zeomorpher. It was so complicated as a kid because if you didn't like do it right, it was super. I'm a fucking purist. Gotta go classic, dude. I'm sorry, classic is cool.
Classic
with the coins and stuff.
The
it all just
classic
made
Rangers morphers are the best because when they sold them as toys and shit, you could just wear them as a belt too. It was just your belt buckle.
Absolutely. And it's funny. I love the new ones that actually have metal coins, which is actually really badass. And I also saw recently you got yourself a Red Ranger helmet.
I did.
It's welcome to the crew, my dude.
It's totally not anywhere I can grab it at the moment, but
no, it's fine. It's fine. You're already wearing a cool hat, so it's perfectly fine. Okay.
But yeah, no. The thing about a lot of the morphers nowadays, a lot of them are on your wrist. And I'm just like, who am I supposed to be? Fucking Johnny Depp wearing his wrist shit all over my plate?
Yeah, you're like fucking running around with 70 bracelets. Well, it's just like the idea of like, I'm so glad that we made like our iPods into these big, huge rectangles that we just like put on our arm or like something. And it's like, it's so annoying.
When they started at like what, 2 or an inch or 2 by like 3 or 4 inches. Like
well, those were when the Nanos came out. Don't forget about the original iPods that had like the circle wheel on it.
What about the
Which I still maintain. Everybody can suck my dick. I still think. Well, happy my candy cane. I still love the dial. I thought the dial was one of the best iPods ever made. I loved it. Loved it a lot. They were durable. It was like having a Nokia phone. It was like I knew if I dropped it, I'd be fine. Held plenty of stuff in the circle wheel. It was one of those things where you could operate it without looking at it. And there's a lot to be said about that. Like, remember, like at school, like you could be able to text someone without even looking at your phone. That's gone now.
Yeah.
Get fucked, blind people. Apple doesn't care about you. Then they go, ooh, they got Siri. Yeah, well, she's a cunt.
Who likes Siri?
I'm sorry. Santa, don't use such vulgar language.
All right, John.
My turn?
No, dude, no, don't do that one. Don't do that one.
Fuck. Okay, I'm waiting.
Do the big
The
one.
fucking heavy-ass one? All right.
Yeah.
See, I got this in the mail, and I'm like, first of all, thank you for the present. Second, I feel like Santa needs to reimburse you because this shit had to cost a fortune because it's heavy as dicks. It's as heavy as a black...
All right. Wait. What do you think it is?
Oh my god, it's so heavy. I'm gonna
Kind of wanting to finish his sentence. It's as heavy as a black what?
No. Dildo. Dildo was where I was gonna hit the finish line. I'm gonna say it is a statue of Jesus Christ himself.
There you go. Merry Christmas.
Yay!
No. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
No
That's
fucking
it.
No way. I love your... I'm assuming you did that, your little...
Oh, yeah.
It looks like a caution box.
Yeah. I made... So, for people that can't see it, I made John a box, and those are actual metal rods in there, too.
And I just tore it off. Wow.
I did that so that you wouldn't know that they were DVDs, first of all.
Wow.
And to protect them. So with the story with this one,
Charisma
like
Carpenter
Tivis
is so hot. Oh
like
my
Tivis
God.
had a stories too for his pillow. There's a story with yours, John. For everyone that can't see, it's the Angel Complete Series.
Yeah, sorry everybody, you've lost me for the rest of the cast. Bye.
These are the first editions that they put out on DVD. So I wanted to get you the original cuts, not the remaster bullshit.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Finding them all like this was a pain in the ass. Only one of them is missing their booklet. Only one.
David Boreanaz is hot. Can we say that?
Yeah.
Also, Wyndham motherfucking Price.
So, as you're going through all these, your other present, you can open that now.
Okay, fucking hell. I'm just having. Okay. Oh my god. It's like they're DVDs, so I have to like put them in to actually use it, but at the same time, it feels like that toy that you're like, can we put batteries in it right now, please?
Well, your other present's not really a present. It just goes along with that.
Oh, okay. All right.
So what I had to do when go ahead, open it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna let you finish your story.
Buying these things and finding them around town, I found one that didn't come with the sleeve. Okay. So
this reminds me, before I finish, reminds me of a story where I got butthurt. You know how there used to be the whole trope of with Blu-rays or 4Ks coming out, they put that like 3D like really cool little
shiny
card
thing on it.
Yeah, so you could like move it, like the moving pictures.
Yeah.
The moving pictures. I remember because I collect those. Yeah, I collect those. Like because Tangled did them, Inception did it. I could Wreck-It Ralph. Anyway, Shazam did it.
Oh yeah. I remember.
I got fucking pissed off about this. This is a really funny story, and this shows that Michael's an asshole. But I wish I was more like you. By the way, because of this. This motherfucker. I bought the 4K when it came out. And the 4K, they didn't give you the fucking cool front thing, which is horseshit, by the way. But the Blu-ray had it. Motherfucking Michael already bought the movie. And so he was just like, well, I want the thingy. He just ripped it off. A thing at like, what was it, Target or Walmart? He just ripped it off the package and fucked off with it. Didn't buy the movie. He just took the because it's just like shitty glued on to the front. Yeah. So he just ripped it off and took it. I go, I'm not going to lie. Kind of wish I had that kind of bullshit in me. Sorry. Another tangent brought to you by Santa. I love that story, by the way. It's one of my favorite things about it. Like,
did I send that to you, or do I still have it? I probably still have it.
No, you fucking still have it. Yeah. I didn't ask because if anything, I should have asked for you to just go steal another one. That's one of those things about your personality.
Steal it. I liberated it. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's all about branding.
It ended up in someone's garbage anyway.
It was an angel. It was an angel front.
Yeah.
That's a political thing. Sorry, everyone.
But no, with your present, I ended up buying just a case for one of the seasons just to get the booklet and the sleeve. So this case here is empty that you're opening right now.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious, dude.
So I thought I would give you that because
oh, fuck this guy. I hate this character. What a piece of shit. Oh,
Angel's son, right?
Yeah, I can't remember. Was it Connor or something?
Yeah.
What a fucking piece of shit. I hate him. Sorry.
So that is in case you want to change out that season for the other season's packaging. Because I believe one of them is faded.
This is so shit. Like back in the day, like this is what they sent out to people.
Back in the day, all of this is a screenshot of the the TV or whatever they had paused.
Oh my god! Again,
so,
Charisma
and again,
Carpenter, total babe.
Only one of the seasons does not have the booklet. I don't.
So you bought the empty ass booklet so I could put the DVDs in it.
So one of them I got. And it didn't have the sleeve that goes over it, the cardboard sleeve.
Yeah.
And so I went to another store because I had bought that one already that had the sleeve to it. But it didn't have the discs. They didn't have the discs for it, so I took it back and was like, fuck. So I ended up buying one online without the sleeve. And then I went back to that same store. I was like, look, can I buy the case for like $2? So I ended up buying the case for like $1.50.
That's hilarious.
And it came with the booklet, so you got the booklet with that one too. So I was like, awesome.
And I appreciate that because if anybody knows, I am a fucking nerd for the accessories and like the, behind the scenes stuff. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
fucking live for it. I'm not kidding you. The Lord of the Rings Extended Edition, I probably watched more of the behind the scenes shit, which is like almost 14 hours of content.
Yeah.
I watched that while doing my homework on and off for almost 2.5 years. It was insane. I love behind the scenes stuff. And little tchotchke shit. Dude, this is ironically one of the coolest gifts I've gotten in a long time. This is awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
I know what I'll be doing quite soon.
For the next 3 weeks.
Fucking hell. Come on. Try like more like 2 weeks. It would be even quicker if I didn't have to change out the discs. But that's why digitize.
Spoilers, there's no discs.
In any of them?
No, I'm just that'd be fucked
God,
up.
how great would that have been? That'd have been fucking incredible.
Just send you the empty cases.
No, unironically though, these were great. I was expecting troll gifts, and these were legitimately awesome. So thank you.
I mean,
so
isn't
much.
that
thank
technically a troll right there?
Well, he's an orc.
Or
Urukai.
orc, troll, whatever. They're all the
But
same thing.
I'm gonna let him, because I'm afraid he'll break off in my pocket while I'm working. He is gonna hang out on my microphone, just right there for everyone.
to remind me
everyone
to
to
watch
see.
the third
I like
movie.
it.
Yes, he's going to be looking at you with his burning orange eyes, saying, "Michael, please watch the third one, you fucking prick. It's only been a decade, 2 decades. Jesus H butts. There's even a
Santa's the best.
4K redo."
But it's only been 2 years since I started watching them.
All right,
so-
fair enough. You're still an asshole. So you get to hit the reset button on your douchebaggery. Oh my
Well,
god!
I hope you
it's
guys
so
enjoy
hot.
them. I hope your guys'
Yes, thank you.
women enjoy the space being taken up. Tivis also got.
Oh, are you kidding?
What? Kidding? What?
Oh, you went robot. I was
Oh,
gonna-
yeah.
There we go.
That's why I stopped talking. Tivis also got a housewarming gift, which I don't know if his wife's gonna let him put up. But they were.
So that was the dildo. All right.
That's the dildo, yeah. No, right there. Some WWE drapes.
I only see
So-
Rey Mysterio and Batista.
No, you see Rey Mysterio,
Oh, and
John
Randy
Cena,
Orton.
and Randy Orton.
How do I see John Cena? See, you missed your own joke.
Aha! You remind me of the Santa Claus from
Jingle all the way.
yeah, Jingle All the Way. That's
Like I'm.
guys, I almost did something bad to
Oh, no.
myself. I almost bought Jingle All the Way 2 yesterday. And then I was
Oh.
like, "Oh God, I'll kill myself." if
This
I
is
watch
not a
this.
joke. This is not a joke. I thought that was a meme. I saw someone
actually-
post the cover for that. I swear to Christ, himself, Lord on high, don't take my holiday back. Ho ho ho. I did not know they made a Jingle All the Way too.
with Larry the Cable Guy.
Didn't know it. Swear to God,
I-
didn't know that happened.
Was debating whether or not to watch that finally this year.
Tivis, if you watch it, I hate you.
Okay.
How about
so-
this? How about this? Double feature, and we all talk about how shit the second one is because we know it's shit.
I have
Remember
a
when
feeling
Larry-
it's just a scene for scene repeat.
Remember when Larry the Cable Guy was like a thing?
Mm-hmm.
I
Now he's
watched
just
Delta.
made her.
I watched Delta Farce.
What would make the second one kind of entertaining is if
do
they
it.
had
Don't justify.
what is his name?
Sinbad.
Sinbad, yeah. Sinbad
Yeah.
reprised his role.
I absolutely agree. And
That-
honestly, I think the second movie should have been about him.
Right. Yeah.
I think that would have been awesome. I would have watched it because I
Hell,
like
even if they just
like
retold the
Sinbad.
same movie from his point of view, I would have watched it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
imagine he like goes to jail, right? And the whole point is him trying to reconnect with his family. And then he runs into Arnold just randomly in the middle. That's it. Dude, and then the same cop, we bring that old white cop guy back again, and he's like the commissioner.
Yeah.
Like, it could have been really funny. You could have really done some fun stuff with it. I actually liked Sinbad when he had his little run of bullshit films because I liked First Kid.
Oh,
I thought
he
it was
was pretty
funny.
good in a lot of stuff.
I thought it was funny. I mean, he's no Shaq with Kazam. It is not Shazam, people. Can we fucking get that out of your head? It is not Shazam. It is Kazam.
Kazam.
God damn
Kazam.
it. And he comes out of a beatbox. It's racist.
I like that movie.
I do too. Also, Steel. Once again,
Yeah.
proving that DC has never known what they were doing with their movies except for Michael Keaton's Batman. Moving on.
Okay, so I figured
Michael, I was trying to give you an out.
since you guys got some nice gifts from me,
Yes.
that we would start with my movie.
Oh, fuck me.
Okay.
Yes,
That way
redeem
it
yourself.
goes from liking me to hating me.
Yeah, you fucking piece of shit.
So I picked this year, guys, in case we do some weird thing with the audio, we are now talking about our 3 Christmas movies, which is A Christmas Horror Story, 4 Christmases, and Hogfather.
Oh, I'm stopping the timer.
How long
Guys.
how long did John go wearing the mask?
About half an hour.
30 minutes.
I'm
Oh,
just airing out, guys. I look like I went Super Saiyan. Oh, my ass is so sweaty, guys.
Okay.
All right, back in
So
back
let's
up.
let's dive into A Christmas Horror Story, which is a semi anthology movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Who wants to start off? Or should I read the synopsis for people?
Absolutely, you should.
Okay. Interwoven stories that take place on Christmas Eve as told by one festive radio host, William Shatner. A family brings home more than a Christmas tree. A student documentary becomes a living nightmare. A Christmas spirit terrorizes and Santa slays evil.
All right, gotta start this off with one. Hannah and I watched this together. We took
Okay,
notes.
so you guys did watch it together.
Yes.
I didn't know. Okay.
4 Christmases is the only one I went solo on because I figured who fucking cares. Sorry,
It's the only
Tivis.
one we watched together.
Well, because I figured I was gonna I figured I was gonna overly hate Michael's just by accident.
So you want Hannah there to hate with you, or
No, I always 90% of the time if
Balance
I
you
bring
out.
her into a movie, I want her to go, please counteract me. Because I did it with the Hogfather. I
Yeah.
go, I might overtly praise this because we watch it a lot. So I need you to tell me if
What's
I'm missing
bad or-
something dumb.
Yeah.
Like if I'm missing something dumb or if I say, oh, this was really awesome. It's like, well, not really. It's like, oh, okay. That kind of thing. I have to say 100% with all certainty, this movie should have been an anthology, should not have been non-linear cut in between each other. I think the movie would have been
Yes.
1,000 times better. 100 and a billion
That's what I
times
thought
better.
we were in for.
Yeah, if you would have just done each story and then moved to the next one and to the next one and to the next one.
Like say, go back so many hours or something.
Yeah.
Kind of like they did for Trick or Treat.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
think it would have been perfect. Just like
oh,
that.
I agree.
And I also the reason why I say that is 100 because the 2 stories I liked the most. The Changeling. And spoilers. Immediate spoilers.
Yeah,
all over the
immediately
place.
spoilers for all 3 of these movies.
The Changeling is the best story of all 4.
See, I didn't like it.
We'll get there. Changeling, Hannah and I both agree, best one. Had the most promise. I don't know if it was necessarily executed right, but it's the best one. Which, granted, it's just us. So Jordan Peele, again, overrated director. Also, I think the Santa one, the Mall Santa, is the second best one with the most fun, most entertainment. And again, this is why I thought if we did it like an anthology and just did the story full on, that reveal would have hit so hard and I would have liked it. Due to the fact that I was constantly being ripped out of the storyline and not caring
Yeah.
or being confused, I didn't give a shit.
You're cut
That-
back and forth.
if
way
anything,
too much.
well, if anything, that story is literally just, it was all a dream. And I fucking I hate that storyline. I hate that trope. I think it's shitty. But had it been a little 10-minute storyline where I watched him do all that and then they gave me the reveal, I would have been like, oh, wow, that was really clever. I that's how much of a hypocrite I am. But it's poor execution versus a poor story. That's where I'm at. So do I think the movie's bad? Yes, 100%. Almost unwatchable. Love William Shatner. If anything, I thought most of the entertaining parts were all his like just ad libs during the credits.
Okay, so and this is a note I wrote down. Shatner's character in this is kind of just like William Shatner on Twitter.
Yeah,
what I
or like
felt
Ron White. Like I was like, you know who really could have done this? Ron White would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about Larry the Cable Guy. But
Yeah.
real talk, I just thought I liked the idea. I just think it was executed in one of the most disgusting, just pathetic ways.
So your favorite story arc, if it was put together linearly, anyways.
Yes.
Yeah.
In a linear way.
Was the Changeling. So Tivis,
I
what's
think so.
your favorite storyline from this? If
Um,
they were put together how
Let's
they
just-
should have been. See,
Well-
I didn't remember anything about this movie except for the ending and like some of the Santa stuff.
And that's why the movie's bad, because it confuses the shit out of you.
So I thought that it was like a traditional anthology story, boom. So yeah, with William Shatner throughout as a narrator. That's how I remember it when I first watched it. As I started watching it, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. The story with the kids in the high school, weird high school thing.
Yeah.
I did not remember that one at all.
Well, it's funny. We were having like PTSD moments. It was one of those things where it's like every time Shatner would come on and say something, we were like, we've seen this. I'm like, we've seen this. I know we've seen this, but I don't remember shit all about it. But Hannah did. She's like, I swear, I know for a fact I've seen this. And I'm like, she likes she literally just watched Santa Shark or whatever. Shark Claws or some shit. I don't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
It's fucking retarded. What was that? Santa Jaws. I was
Santa
way
Jaws.
off. What a piece of shit. She literally just said it was shit. It was such a piece of shit. I gotta say, I would watch that over this. Mostly because, again, I don't like being confused. That was my biggest thing, was just constantly just
And they
coming
kind
back
of
and
take
going
you
somewhere
out.
else.
I know we cut Tivis off from saying what his story
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
but they kind of take you out of it because like some of the scary elements from the documentary style one,
Yeah.
it's like you're giving me something and then you cut and then now I'm like, okay, I'm completely out of that heightened moment that I should stay in, you know. So
I wish
Is
they
this
would
what
have
my
been-
girlfriend's vagina sees
yes.
when I go down on her? It's like, hey, baby, I'm coming in. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I had to. I'm sorry. I did it again.
I would have liked if they would like Trick or Treat. You know, they kind of all had something
Trick or
in
Treat's
it
good. I
that
love that
great-
movie.
connected them. There's like small hints that connect a few of these.
Yeah.
Like the boy that died at the school was Shatner's or Dangerous Dan's grandson, and the cop is the one we see in the Changeling.
Mhm.
But that's it. Oh, and they
And
talk
Krampus.
about stuff going on at the mall.
Yeah.
And then
Which
the Krampus
at
reveal
last
doesn't count
minute-
either because it's not really him.
Yeah, it was
It's
a
why
different.
it's why this movie's fucking retarded. I'm like
The Krampus
and
reveal what?
in the
Kramp-
in the Santa one, the Santa zombie one.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they use the same design as the Krampus story, but
Yeah.
it's not the same.
But it's
Krampus.
fake. It's obviously fake, so it's not actually a tie-in in the world. It's not in the
Right.
movie. Yeah, sure. So what I have to say about this is, oh my goodness, like that's the best I can do. It's just that. Well, and I guess I should define anthology for anybody here.
Yeah.
If you've watched like Love, Death, and Robots, It's like that. It's a bunch of stories being told that don't have anything to do with each other, but it's all part of a series. It's not. It could potentially take part of the world, but they're not necessarily interconnected. If that
Black Mirror is a really good example.
Exactly.
And they're not connected. Whereas, like, then you'll sometimes have anthology.
Wait, I thought they were all on a phone.
Seasons where, like, American Horror Story is
they're all
supposed to be
Apple.
anthology.
They're all Apple employees
as well. So. Yeah, there's
guys, I'm
different
like
ways to do it,
like
but
trying to figure out how not to sweat in this costume.
I think some of the best ones that I've seen for anthology movies, anyways, would be Trick or Treat.
Yes.
Some of the VHS ones, if you can stand like found footage shit. Like, I'm kind of over that stuff.
I actually like VHS for the most part. I thought it was all right.
Well, they've done like 2 or 3 of them now.
I think 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're shit. Don't get me wrong, they're shit, but I kind of like them.
They have some cool ideas. Like sometimes when I watch a lot of these anthology things, I'm like, some of these ideas in them, like the shorts, are really cool ideas. I'm like, why are we like the Santa stuff with this one?
I could have watched an entire film about zombies taking over the North Pole.
Right?
Like zombie elves fighting and Santa fighting them. Like that's a movie. That's a full blown fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like in a world where we've had Bill Goldberg dress up as Santa and try and kill kids. Yes, give me Santa fighting.
Dude,
zombie
does anybody
elves.
else find it pretty shit that a Jew dressed up like Santa to kill children on Christmas? No? Nope. Nobody thought about that?
No.
All right, fair enough. Apparently I'm painting through a lens.
What did you guys...
I also liked the Krampus story, though. Like, I could watch a movie about that as well. You didn't care for it?
Tivis, I think that's the worst one.
See, I thought the ghost one was the worst.
I thought the ghost one in the school, the documentary, I thought it was the best shot. I thought it was like that scene when they're down in the basement with all the mannequins. It puts me on edge so hard. And they do a lot of like handheld and a lot of moving. And because of the mannequins, you're expecting something that wasn't there to just be there standing, and you wouldn't notice because you're used to all these figures in the background. You know what it reminded me of? It was really funny. I kept saying it. It was like playing Until Dawn, that video game for the PlayStation. In case anybody who's ever either watched a streamer play it or played it themselves, it felt like a literal scene from Until Dawn. It was this super tropey bullshit thing where one guy splits off to go pee, and I'm like, okay, what? And then they're like in this basement all by themselves. They're like, we're locked down here. It's like, how'd you get in the first place? It was just like, oh, we just broke into the school. And then someone locked you in. You can break in, but you can't break out.
Like
Easy.
There's windows that they could get out of.
It's what I'm saying.
Clearly walked by the windows.
It's insane. And the story is fucking retarded. It's retarded. They're like trying to do like a Rosemary's Baby thing.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like, this is dumb.
It's very House on Haunted Hill to me.
Sure. Yeah. Essentially it's trope the story. And, but I thought it was shot really well. Cause like my favorite part is when, the smartest character obviously dies first because he wants to get some ass and then refuses the ass. He takes a stick.
Yeah.
That was his weapon. I was like, bruh, break off a pipe or something. He took like a nativity stick from Joseph.
That's probably made of styrofoam anyway.
Yeah, from a fucking church. That's what I was saying. I was like, he took a fucking didgeridoo or a rain stick to go fight somebody? What the fuck are you doing? To go take a pee.
At least they kept it like religiously in there because, you know, it was very religious tones in a lot of these actually. But they kept
I don't think so. Calm down with that.
No,
I think they were just telling stories. They were telling the stories.
I'm just glad they didn't have him grab a candy cane to go fight with.
Don't fucking get me started. Well, no, but I mean, like, you can't say that like telling a Krampus story is religious when that's the story. Like, it's based.
They're talking about repenting for your sins.
Because that's the story. That's what it's wrapped in.
But still, they go to a church.
But you're like,
and now
it's
all of a
super
sudden we
religious.
have
It's
to
like, well,
repent
it's
of
not
our
like.
sins.
Well, Yeah, but it's not like
not
the
saying
entire
it's a
film
bad-
took
no,
it
no, no.
off and then fucking
I'm
church.
not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying because even freaking
You're gonna get canceled
wrote down like
so hard.
William Shatner even is like, Christmas is about Jesus' birth. Like he's literally that's like the first thing.
Oh
he
yeah,
says.
this is conservative up its ass. That's
Yeah.
fine, but we don't need to paint this movie with that lens. The whole thing is that when you're going to do something inherently based in religion, it's gonna come to that conversation, but it's not the conversation to build the merits of the film on. That's what I would say.
Okay, can I say?
Because if I watched Hercules and I thought the Greeks were retarded, it doesn't make Hercules a bad cartoon animated film.
We'll get into mythology on another movie. Because I got some funny stuff about that.
Ah, shit.
So I have to hate myself for a second. The
Self-hate.
first jump scare. So when the cops are
Yeah.
investigating, and like all of a sudden this body like falls down. I think.
Oh,
it
that's the
is.
only. I jumped.
It's the one
That's the
time
only
I
one?
jumped.
I'm a pussy. I jumped a lot.
I was not expecting it. I was like expecting someone to like come out there, like come from the side or something.
And this is which story?
It's the
ghost.
Rosemary baby ghost
Yes,
thing
okay.
shit, yeah. But
I'm
it's
just
like
trying to-
the
I'm just
found
trying to keep it clear
footage.
for everyone.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
found footage part when the police are investigating the first
Yeah.
murder or whatever there.
I'm just like, who took the time to do that?
To do what?
After the jump scare happened, I go, why would the ghost bother tying him up to drop him like that? I always think of
Sense of
shit
humor?
like that. I'm just like, why isn't he just dead?
Yeah.
Those are just moments where I'm like, well, they killed him, and then the ghost is like,
Well,
it'd be
jumps-
funny.
I was pissed
you know it'd be
because
funny.
I literally looked at Nick because she was watching like the beginning of the movie with me.
Yeah.
And I literally looked at her. I was like, "Fuck me! I jumped." Like, but she wasn't really.
You get mad at
watching.
yourself.
But I get mad at myself because I don't ever jump for jump scares. Like,
Well, it's because you're not
Ever.
in it. Like, and I would make the argument it's because I don't think you're in it. Like, it's like I'm bored, and then you just happen to look, and then it did a big musical sting.
no, I'm talking for usually any movie.
Well, I'm just
They
talking
don't
in general.
usually
I think
get
that's
me.
what happens sometimes. Jumps do one of two things. Either you're like super into it, like an Annabelle.
Yeah.
Like you watch an Annabelle and they just do a bunch of like tension stuff. Like they're pushing in with the camera. The music's building. Oh my goodness. I'm so scared. And then they do nothing. So then the next scene, after like 3 times of doing that, they go, all right, we're going to push in. We're going to do the music again. We're going to start setting up and BAM! Fuck you! And then you get scared. The problem is with this movie, the equivalent of the actual building of tension is the lack of tension. I don't give a fuck. And now that I've jumped back into the film and I just happen to pay attention at this moment, it scared the shit out of me.
Did anyone know this? I'm sorry.
I'm just saying that happened to me twice, where it was just like I gave up on the film, but then right when I looked back and I go, this is tough. Ah!
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
A lot of my shit is about that ghost story. But did anyone else know this? That they take time, probably a good 30, 40 seconds, to show the guy putting a lavalier on the girl, because they even make a joke about it, like stop fondling her, and then they hand her an actual microphone too. I'm like, is the microphone just a prop to look like you're whatever?
Well,
Or
one, I'm
is it-
assuming the guy who was groping her probably somebody who wanted to touch her anyway.
Yeah.
No, but there is backups. I mean, you want a backup mic, like if your fucking handheld fucks off.
Don't defend that.
No, I actually will. Because also when you're you could potentially interview someone, you're going to give the mic off
Who
to
are they
somebody
going to
else.
interview? The place is supposed to be empty. Are they going to interview the ghost?
Well, I mean, hopefully.
They're supposed to just be walking around
Well, okay.
getting
get
footage
fucked.
of this shit.
Yeah, get fucked me. Well, I don't know. Well, yeah, no, because they were sneaking in. Okay, yeah, no,
Yeah,
get fucked me.
no one was
get
supposed
fucked
to
me.
be there. They
no,
were
get
like
fucked me.
freaking out because of the
Nope,
prince.
I retract. I retract. Immediately, I retract. You're right. But to be fair, that is good practice if you're an interviewer. But in this movie, no, it's retarded. So
Also, that girl looks like
You are
Elijah
correct.
Wood. I'm just gonna say it.
She's gross.
She looks like Elijah Wood. Every time I looked at her, I was like, "Am I watching fucking Hobbit, the horror movie?"
All right, first of all, you wouldn't know because you didn't finish them. Also, Elijah Wood How dare you? Elijah Wood is way sexier than that chick.
So what was your Mike out of the 4?
My favorite's the Santa story.
I
Okay.
fucking
All the
knew
way,
it.
all the
I
way too, even to the
fucking
end,
knew
because with the ending they you know the twist ending of this, guys, is like the
Hannah,
Santa
I was
Claus.
right. I was right.
Santa's it's basically he's like mentally fucked up in the head, and he's just envisioning all the workers at the mall as crazy zombie elves.
The food drive.
The food drive, yeah. But they're at the mall, so
Yeah, the mall food
Which-
drive.
You're a food drive.
you start to see it later down like, because it was my second time, I knew the twist ending of this one already. So like when he was walking through like the workhouse or toy house in the North Pole.
The Santa shop.
Workshop, yeah. You could see like, okay, here's the back room. Oh, the back room looks like the mall's back room. Okay, here's a mail room. Okay, I get it. Yeah, okay. So
And I said
I got
no.
some.
I was like the
what?
elevator.
Yeah.
I tried to fight that. The reason I justified that was, they have dumbwaiters. So maybe that counts.
Santa's magical. He can have whatever the fuck he wants.
All right, stop, chill out.
So I got some nerd facts about Santa Claus in this film.
Give it.
Santa Claus looks like a badass in this film.
He,
with his,
yeah.
hair braided
And a hobo.
shit.
He is
love it.
tightly connected to X-Men.
He does a couple of voices, I believe. The old
He
90s
voices
cartoons.
Beast in Spider-Man and the 90s X-Men. He was a trucker in the live-action film, and he has voiced Colossus, Juggernaut, Magneto, and of course Beast again in a bunch of video
Well, and
games.
he's done a bunch of video
Damn.
games too. Yeah, he was one of
Yeah.
those guys you look at him, he goes, he is somebody. And actually, it turns out he's nobody. Like, he's that guy, like, you're like, he has been in everything, but I don't know him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He
and,
was in Diary of the Dead.
Diarrhea? Gross. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I actually did have another gripe with that one. Why didn't they just have him have the beard in real life? And because he looked like a fucking cool Santa Claus.
Well, because
And then
he
they
was
gave him a
supposed to
fake
be-
beard in real life. Because I understand that they were trying to do like real life fake dream
Yeah.
thing. I go, yeah, you're fucking doing too much. Like, it was too much.
But then you would have it.
Because he looks in a mirror at some point.
Yes.
It's like, why not just look like yourself? You know what I mean? Like, why make him shave the beard to put the fake Santa beard on? Just have him look like himself the whole way through. It would have been perfectly
he's
fine.
supposed to be. He was already the character was already established earlier in the movie without any beard, and he was saying "fuck Christmas." So why would he look like Santa Claus if anything?
Well, then I would make the argument then the whole story fucked itself right off at the beginning then.
No, because he didn't want to do it, but he's being paid. He has to. He was forced to.
Well, he
do it.
doesn't have to.
So I kind of want to know what happened in
have
real
to.
life.
That's
Like
something people
snaps.
need to realize. You don't
know.
have to do shit. If you want the paycheck, you can go get it. You don't have to go.
Like
Yeah.
it all starts with an elf who accidentally axes his own hand. What did someone do in real life? Because someone had to have actually
It's
hurt
just-
themselves.
It's
Well,
just
easy.
in their head.
They
It's
were
just in his head,
Christmas
dude.
wrapping presents in the background, and for people who aren't watching the video, remember those old machete things that you like cut paper with?
He literally cuts one of their heads
Yeah,
off.
he
with it.
uses one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, see, there you go. Boom. It's like the faculty. Again, Elijah Wood. All right, continue. I'm sorry. I have so much. I have so much about this film, and I knew yours was going to be the one. Surprisingly, I actually enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it,
did
but I
enjoy it.
hated it at the same time. I was shitting on it immensely.
I liked it more than I thought I would.
I like the idea of some of the stories, like the Santa story and the Changeling story.
Yeah.
The ghost story, I'm just like, I've seen that 5 billion times. And same thing, like the Krampus story. I mean, there's better Krampus movies out there. So
Oh,
that
also
was
Hannah.
basically like a werewolf movie with Krampus.
Also, Hannah agrees. She goes, I go, because I told her that, and she
Yeah.
walked in 2 seconds ago. She goes, what? you were just yelling. So I texted what I said. She goes, about you liking the Santa zombie one the most. She goes, yeah, it makes sense. So we know you. We know your genre. I gotta say,
Oh, did you guys see the Here's Shiny?
I so stupid. It was so fucking stupid. The only
I had
only
to write that down because I'm like, John's gonna think that's dumb.
other than the reveal,
Yeah.
which again I think the reveal would have been perfectly fine had you just given me that story all in
Just one solid
one
story.
go. I think it would have been better, 100%. The dialogue is fucking abysmal, but oh man, it has some of the best production value. A lot of these movies do. Like they're really, or these little stories, they're really impressive. Like the makeup's really there, the props are there, the casting is there for the most part. Krampus, I think, is one of the weakest ones.
I got more than I did a couple of the others. Just
I
'cause,
lost you for about half.
Yeah,
of that.
you cut that.
Oh, sorry. I said I got a little more invested in that one than the because it's
Well, I like. Well, and you
like
fucked
really
off
get what they
again.
deserve.
But I like Krampus.
Also, the kid is from The Gifted.
I also like. I like the Krampus storyline, and I will also make the argument that the actual Krampus movie with Adam Scott was really good until
The
they started-
2015.
until the gingerbread men showed up. And
I
then the
would
movie
say-
turned to shit, and the ending's garbage.
I would say though, with the Krampus storyline that they gave us, the only one that really should have gotten killed was that kid.
And see, and we're gonna get there. We're definitely gonna, because I have a lot of gripes about a couple of the other stories.
You know, he's an asshole in The Gifted as well, so I think that's just what his typecast.
well, nobody cares about the Gifted. Ho ho.
It's a
ho.
good show. Give it a try.
All right, fair enough. I just the last Santa one, it's fine. I just don't like the reveal again, and it's like when you do stuff like that, you have to go back and justify a lot of the things that he was doing, and they only show you the ones that they obviously planned for, so most of it's retarded. So it doesn't work. I would have to say with the first one, basic ass ghost story. I liked some of the acting for the most part. It's a stupid story. Now, Changeling. This again, gotta say, it's just us.
As soon as they said changelings, I was like, "Oh, DS9, cool."
You fucking psycho. I gotta say, once again, Jordan Peele, overrated writer and director. He had no business doing Twilight Zone. He's not that talented. Because actual Twilight Zone is some of the best written stories ever made, ever of all time. So if you want good anthology stuff, go watch old Twilight Zone. So Changeling is essentially the idea that a woman loses a child in the forest, brings back the child. Child is actually creepy, scary thing that changed. I like the premise. Totally works. It's fine. Dad's a cop. Stepdad, I think, right? Is it stepdad?
I don't think they say.
I don't think they really do it, but I think they allude to the fact that he's a stepdad. He is a police officer.
I think he's just supposed to be the dad, but because of the incident of him,
He is the dad.
him seeing the stuff that he saw as a cop like the previous year in the school
Yeah.
is supposed to have been what fucked him up in the
Gotcha.
head, and
Okay.
that's why
So,
it runs
He
into
didn't
that
seem
story.
all that fucked up. He just seemed
No,
Like,
let me
asshole.
get.
Well, they
Let me
cut,
get. Well,
remember?
obviously he's an
They
alcoholic.
cut.
Well, he's obviously an alcoholic. They really push that,
Yeah.
and then also, gotta say, best actors in the film. I think, including the child. I think the child does a decent job. I think it's some bad direction and it's a little corny, but I think they're the best actors in the film. So apparently, I'm racist because I'm gonna say that I think the black actors are the best actors in this film.
I cheered a little when he stabbed him with a fork.
Wasn't that great? Fucking hell. But there were
That
some things
fucking
that pissed
smile he gives the dad.
me
Like,
off. Yeah. There were
I
things
was
that
like,
pissed me
nah,
off.
that kid would have been like knocked out.
I go, because I liked little subtle things like he beat him with the belt or whatever, and
Yeah.
the hand that he cut off was the hand that he used.
Yeah, and he used the belt to choke him out too.
Exactly. So I find that interesting. I like little things like that. I do have a problem that a police officer would not just have his firearm just like chilling on a kitchen table. Granted, we could just say that
He
That
has a
could've
kid,
changed
drunk
the
and he's
story.
crazy. Huh?
He has a kid though.
No, that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't leave a fucking firearm out on the
Right.
table because he has a child. It's fucking insane. He would just, if he was actually
Oh, I
crazy and
missed
wanted
that.
it, he would have the piece on him. Like he'd have it in a holster on him, and the wife would be like, "Why are you holding your gun? Like, why do you have your gun?"
Yeah.
It's like
I want to
he
know.
comes home from
like,
work, would take it off.
So they do this like little story thing in their story, like of them not having marital relations recently or some
Yes.
shit
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a long time. And I'm just like, why? Like, why would she be the one saying, "I'm not ready for it"? If he's the one that's going through all the mental shit, you know what I mean? Unless he like beat her or something.
Well,
which
that's what I'm
then
saying.
They could add that into the story.
Well, and
so
I
we
feel like
understand that.
Well, I feel like they allude to that kind of stuff again with the drinking. Like pretty much,
Yeah.
Once you see him finish off an entire bottle or whatever, you pretty much get to build the rest.
Yeah.
Like that's what movies do. Like, like if there's a shitty character, how do you redeem that shitty character in a film?
Which
Whose
doesn't
dad's a
matter
drinker and
that-
he beats him at home, and somehow we're supposed to be like, oh yeah, okay, you're not a piece of shit anymore. No, you're still a piece of shit.
Does it matter though that she gets her kid back by the end because
Yes.
his fingerprints are still gonna be all over that dead body? They're gonna
Yes!
arrest that kid.
Michael.
Like,
Yes.
there's still
that
a
was
dead
the
body in the
100%.
apartment.
Michael,
Also,
you
he stole
fucking
the-
nailed it. My favorite part is you go out into the. Go ahead, Tivis, because I'm gonna fucking.
He
go off.
stole the kid's clothes.
And he just lived in a tree, naked in the middle of winter, and the kid's not dead after like what, couple of days?
That's even if that they actually gave him back the kid, or if it's just not another changeling.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Don't even get me started.
Also,
This is one of the-
also, the guy, like literally a minute before he gets shot, says, "As long as I'm here, they won't attack you."
Oh God!
She kills him. How are they not just like eating the fuck out of her, or whatever they do to people?
Or taking over the world. You
Yeah.
fucked the world. You fucked the world.
Well, they do say, like, through reading anyways, that they will only change into children. So they would only be children.
Oh, but
they would
also eat
still
my ass. Like there's
kill
not a bunch
people.
of kids
Yeah,
in this
it's
world.
Children of the Corn, dude.
It's Village of the Damned. But this is fucking retarded. Like as soon as
Tivis,
that
speak
happened,
up if you got shit to say, bro.
but no,
Oh,
but
I
what
just-
what I'm saying is you nailed it, Michael. Right after we finished, this is something, and this happened at Haunting a Hill House too. This was something that really bothered me. No matter how good the film is or whatever the story is, you are not accounting for the aftermath.
Right.
There's a reason why people like those little title cards, and they went off and it was happily ever after. They went off and had 5 children and fucked a deer and
Or the thing that's like 3 years later or some shit. you know.
something. Just give me something. Your husband's dead with his hand cut off, and you just showed up with your child who's been out in the middle of the forest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that changeling story not gonna go over well. I'm gonna throw it out there. So
Also,
she's in
she
prison
killed Big
and the
Girl.
kid's in DHS. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things where the movie just is like, okay, it's done, and they want us to accept that. It's like, no, I don't accept it because this is retarded. I
Oh,
need.
she also
need
got the
evidence.
murder of Big Earl out there. So
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh man, yeah, no, this is dumb. The ending was bad, but I thought the concept was cool. And then Jordan Peele did it with Us, and it still wasn't cool. So I don't know. It's a cool premise. It's just been executed multiple times. And I think Angelina Jolie did a fucking film like that too. But I think it was only just called The Changeling or Changing or some shit. I don't think it's the same.
Okay.
It's definitely not the same.
So
thing,
I
but
didn't
whatever.
understand what actually happened at the end of that one until I'm reading the Wikipedia now.
The
So-
Changeling?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't get that Big Earl was keeping the changelings trapped in his property.
Mhm.
I didn't get that. I thought it was
But
just like,
still,
oh, okay,
He
bye.
says they're not gonna hurt anybody as long as he's there. So,
And they're all scared of him.
but he's dead now, so they can do whatever the fuck
So
they
they'll
want.
just all go fuck off.
What the hell was he doing? Sitting on him?
I mean, he is big. Well, and I imagine he is a big cis white male, so he's probably a slave owner.
You don't know his gender or anything like that.
Yes, I
How
do.
do you know?
Because I am him. Oh! Can I say though, again, shout out to the acting. Thought a lot of the stuff was pretty good. Woof. the ending is so bad I can't stand it. And then there was a couple of things with the cop that just I fucking can't handle it.
Tivis, your favorite was the Krampus then, right?
That was my second favorite,
Second- what
but
was
I
your
did
favorite
enjoy the
thing?
Krampus.
Which was your favorite then?
The Santa Claus.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I hate both of you. You're probably right though. It's probably the most. I think it's the most
more
entertaining
entertaining.
one. I think it's the most entertaining.
Like I
one.
said, if they could take out the twist at the end and make it its own film, I would watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Definitely.
Yeah, I absolutely
That'd be
agree.
a badass film.
Yeah, I
That's the
Don't-
Santa Claus 4.
with Tim Allen.
I got a couple other casting stuff from the Ghost Story that
Go nuts.
went on to do other things.
What you got? No, go.
The guy who played Dylan, Shannon Cook, he's been in the 100, which I absolutely loved. If anyone hasn't checked that out, and he
Nerd.
was also Drew in The Conjuring.
You said Gru, and I immediately went to Minions. I'm
Oh,
such a
no,
piece-
Drew.
I'm such a
And then
piece
the
of shit.
girl Molly, she is someone in Riverdale. Also, someone in Hairspray.
So
and
big
Orphan
who
Black.
cares on all that. Oh, sorry to kill Christmas conversation for like 2 seconds. Because you said CW, because I hate you. You said Riverdale, which
Yeah.
essentially
I
is
haven't
spelled
watched.
Riverdale spelled with a CW. Fucking Jared Padalecki's trailer for the new Walker Texas Ranger came out. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
lie. It looks corny and cheesy as fuck. I can't wait.
Is that going to be on the CW?
Yes.
Is it? For
It
real?
absolutely is. I'm
Oh,
not fucking
shit.
with you. No, that's why I'm laughing. Because it looks like a CW nonsense bullshit. Have you guys ever seen Longmire?
No.
I recommend it. Watch the fuck out of it. You guys will like it. It has Katie Sackhoff in it. He's just like I think it's Vermont or something. He lives out on like the ranch, and he's a sheriff in a small town thing who has to deal with not only like Native American reservation laws, but while dealing with his normal ass laws. And his wife was murdered, so he has to deal with all of that too. So it's like a bunch of big corruption stuff, a lot of like seedy, underhanded casino stuff. It's a fucking great show. I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily like the ending, but again, Katie Sackhoff's in it, fucking amazing, and yeah, it's good fucking show. But based on the trailer with Jared Padalecki, it feels like they're just making Longmire with a sexy guy, which I'm fucking here for because Jared Padalecki is a sexy guy, and you know, fan love from Supernatural. So, and I liked Walker Texas Ranger with Chuck Norris. So I wonder,
Yeah.
do you think they're gonna
Walker
go
gave me
overt with the
AIDS.
karate shit, or do you think it's just gonna be a bullshit cop show? I think it's gonna be a bullshit cop show.
Yeah, bullshit
I
cop
agree.
show.
Yeah, I agree.
Because the only reason you had all the karate stuff before was because
it was Chuck Norris. Yeah. I gotta say, I think Jared Padalecki should have been fucking training his ass off and maybe even hung out with Chuck Norris, which would have been kind of cool, and put in the cheesy karate stuff. And don't call it kung fu, because Chuck Norris does karate. Karate. And yeah, okay. That was my 2 cents. But
Okay.
I'm curious. I'm excited to watch it.
Well,
I think it's
Tivis-
going to be shit.
Be interesting.
Tivis, do you got anything else on this film? Because we talked a lot and you didn't.
I
Oh,
think
we should
it
move
was-
into the Krampus story. We haven't finished the Krampus story yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did
I knew
anyone
this was going to
else
take
know
long
this?
because it's technically 4 stories in one.
Yeah.
Did anyone else know this?
It's only a 100-minute movie.
The perfect placement of the gas and chainsaw, and yet she only uses the gas. I
Ah.
swear to God, I was like, grab
I
the
got-
fucking chainsaw and
Same.
cut his head off.
Did the exact same thing. Also, really funny, in real time, I go, you can't just be old. You can't be an old lady in a horror film and not be evil. And then immediately, I'm not kidding you, 30 seconds later, she reveals the plan. And I go, God damn it. I immediately 100% called it. Also, I gotta say, that story's all retarded. The dad should have been dead after the first chain whip because he's bleeding out like a motherfucker. Second,
yeah. He knew he was gonna
everyone's
die,
a
though. He
piece
said
of
that.
shit. But the only person that we didn't actually know was confirmed whether or not a piece of... Okay, unless I missed it, The mom dies before her confession. I'm assuming she cheated based on what the dad said before he died. Does the mom ever confess to anything?
No, she doesn't confess to anything. She gives her life, though, to save her daughter. That's what it is.
I don't think that's
She pushes her
it, though.
daughter out of the way.
But isn't the point, though, that Krampus only kills
No, I'm saying
people
that's
who
why she gets
are
killed.
bad? Are baddies?
She gets killed because she sacrifices herself for her daughter's life.
Oh, but no, that's virtuous, so you wouldn't kill her for that.
No, she gets hit with the thing, right?
No, she
Because it's
pushes her
coming-
out of the thing and she leaves the
See,
building
didn't she
and then dies.
die off screen in the church.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So your thing doesn't work. I am trying to justify it with the idea the way that the dad, before he dies in the church, he's like, oh yeah, I was gone all the time and I suck and blah, blah, blah. I'm assuming she cheated on him.
Okay. Besides the kid, though, the boy, none of them deserve to die for what
Oh, you
they
mean Dexter?
did.
You mean Dexter?
No, I mean young Dahmer.
And man, talk about a fucking reveal. It's like, oh, he just kills animals. He's a serial killer. It's like, fucking hell. Because you know that's what the movie was alluding to. He was going to grow up to be Dexter. And so it's like, Krampus is doing
Dexter's
good stuff.
good. Dexter's good. He was going to grow up to be one of Dexter's victims.
Yeah, there you go. I like it. Fucking thank you for bringing me back to reality, Michael. I love you. I think, oh man, let's get it out of the way. Krampus looks fucking awesome. The makeup, all of that, it looks incredible.
The cover for this is amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. I think the makeup is really, really good. It's so telegraphed and retarded. What the fuck are you drinking, Michael? It looks like Hawaiian Punch on steroids. What the fuck are you drinking? Fago.
It's frosty blue cream soda.
That sounds fucking disgusting.
Here's the Fago. The Fago's right here.
So you're literally just drinking cream soda with dye in it.
Yeah.
Please,
try it.
please. This is disgusting.
You want to read it?
Bear with me. No. Okay, well, read in 2 seconds.
Okay.
I need you. The next shit you take, I want to know what color it is.
I'm gonna take a
Real
picture and
talk.
send it to you.
No, real talk.
No.
No,
Send
I'm
it to
willing.
both of
I'm
you.
willing to look at a photo. If it's
I know it'll be
actually
green.
blue, if it's blue or green or weird, feel free.
So there's 4 servings.
This is the
per
one time
container.
I'm giving you an open letter to show me what's in your toilet.
There's 4 servings per container in this bottle. There's 110 calories per serving.
Holy shit, dude! That's
So-
400 calories. That's almost 500.
It's 440 calories.
Well, thank
Do
you
your
for
math.
mathematicianing me, you fuck.
There's only 1% sodium, and there is 11% carbs, 29 grams of sugar.
So you're gonna get diabetes, but you're not gonna have a heart condition. Your
Right.
blood pressure will not
There we
go up,
go.
but your diabetes will go very strong.
I'll
Q
be
would
the
be
new
proud.
spokesperson. They need a new spokesperson, don't they?
Sporks person? No,
Spokes-
I think
sporks
spoons
person?
and forks are perfectly fine. Gotta say, I think Krampus is the most forgettable. I think it has a really boring storyline, even considering how generic the school one is. But because you have the religious undertones, you have all that stuff, and I think the acting was relatively solid. And I thought a lot of the production value, like at least just like the way they filmed
fucked
it.
up. Like they just like they like possessed the one chick just to fuck both the dudes. And
Well,
it's
because
just,
the
like,
whole point was that she wanted to have Satan's baby,
I know. What
and the only
point
reason why
is,
the
it's
Asian
just
guy died was
weird.
because he didn't fuck her.
Weird.
That was the point. And with Krampus, it's just like, oh, we're just gonna kill people, and this is a big thing, and I think people need to
It's a
really,
creature
really understand.
feature. You have your ghost.
Yes.
Then you had your zombies, and then you had
Which is
your-
technically a creature feature.
Eh,
But we could just say
Changeling.
we could say mentally handicapped.
there you go.
Let me throw this out here though, and I hate to do it again to you guys, but always think about the mentality. This is a big thing for me when it comes to the way I watch movies. And this is, don't watch movies like me because your life will suck and you'll never sleep and your life will be horrible. The idea, because I do this with Saw all the time. The way that they
Saw.
justify why they kill people and how they kill people disgusts me.
Hold
it
up,
absolutely
hold up,
freaks me
hold
out.
up,
Because the people who
hold
are
up.
writing
No.
those believe that shit.
No.
All right,
I'm
put
not
me in
going
my
to let
place.
you say that.
Put me in my place.
They don't kill people in Saw. The people have a choice to
Oh,
not
get
killed.
the fuck out of here. This is the trolley. This is the trolley shit.
There's only one guy that actually made the traps so that you couldn't get out of them, so that you would die. And
Not
then
all the
he
time.
was later
No, they have
put into a trap.
Those are set up that people can get out.
No. There's one guy that makes the traps so that you can't get out of them. There's one of the guys later
Hmm.
down the line, not Jigsaw.
Yeah, but it's not
himself,
Jigsaw. So I think
No.
it's I think it's
It's
I
one
think
of his
it's abhorrent to
apprentices.
the actual storyline. I think that's
Yeah.
bad. I think it breaks the world. But again, you have to understand when you're watching this, you have to have a bit of a meta where it's like, and Krampus is a perfect example with that story. Because you even said it. We'll rewind 5 minutes. Some people probably didn't deserve to die for some of the things that they did, but they did in a
Whatever
brutal
happened
way.
to just giving them coal for
In a brutal, yeah, exactly, in a brutal way. You have to remember that the people writing this probably agreed with that, and that's scary. Like, because you could have made them murderers, like, because they made the kid a serial killer essentially.
In training.
Yeah, but they were willing to kill a kid for a potential thing, which it's not
dad-
potential because he
what did the
actually
dad
killed
do? The
those
dad-
animals.
The dad just he was gonna go to jail for his crimes anyway.
Exactly.
He
He's just he was a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, he was trying to
fucked
keep
people
his small
over.
business together, wasn't he? Wasn't that the whole thing? He was
I
just
don't
trying
know.
to keep his business running.
Well, and he wanted to keep his family fed, and the actual.
Okay, so we're saying that a man trying to take care of his family is a bad thing, and should
Well,
be
okay,
murdered.
let's not
That's what-
fucking.
that's what they're
let's
saying.
not paint
Nope.
it in glitter like that, my guy. He still is a philandering piece of shit, but at the same time, do you need to die for that? Probably not.
But it's not like he went in there to I could totally see it.
I
if he
totally
was
got
like,
us off on a tangent. I'm so sorry.
if he was going into his aunt's house, I think it is, right?
Yeah.
The old lady's, and trying to blackmail her into giving him money.
Exactly.
Then totally, okay, let's do that. Let's run with that as to why he's a piece of shit.
Something
Not because
even better.
he's trying
Yeah.
to get money to help his family.
Yeah, look, you have to remember who writes this stuff.
People
It's
that
important.
don't know what it's like to live in the world.
It's important. I mean, it's important. Like,
Can we point out how scary this world is? That around Christmas time, if you get angry enough, you turn into a killing beast.
Right?
right?
No
It's-
full
it's
moon
insane.
needed.
It's insane. They did not sugarcoat it, and I think that's why I don't like the Krampus storyline. Even though I like a lot of the little production value stuff of it, I think it's the weakest story. 100. I just think the Santa one was just if it had been its own thing. I don't like the ending. That's a subjective thing, but I think it's the most entertaining. Changeling had the best promise, and the first one is just boring nonsense.
Telling you,
but
boys, we
shot
need to do it.
decent.
Need to write the Santa Claus zombie movie. Let's do it.
I'm in.
Let's go. But we gotta get
Reindeer-
that same
Reindeer
actor.
Games 2.
We gotta get that same actor. Fucking hell.
It's Reindeer Games
George
2,
Clooney?
Night of the Living Reindeer.
He's 71 now.
a zombie reindeer. Oh, T-virus reindeer. There.
It's like they're bleeding
At
from
my
their
front
eyes.
door.
And
I will be
that's
right
why their noses start to glow red.
Yeah.
No, instead of their noses, their eyes glow red. Nah, that's too corny.
No.
Anyway,
That's been done.
I hate you. It was funny. Tivis brought up the runtime. It felt horribly longer than it actually was.
Yeah.
Again, I think if they would have done it all linear, I think it'd be a better story. So somebody on the internet, please cut that to a linear storyline. I guarantee you those stories hold up a little bit better. A little bit better.
Yeah, maybe.
That's it.
You would have to do the ghost story first because the police officer's stuff is in there at the beginning.
Yeah. Well,
So,
that's
ghost
fine.
story.
I mean, that's all William Shatner stuff. It's all set up. I gotta ask, how the fuck did they get William Shatner?
All you had to do was sit there and
Is there a
talk in front
story
of a
behind that?
microphone.
Like, is there like somebody who knew him, or because this feels so beneath him?
Does it though? I mean,
Yes, it feels like he would have just gotten. Nowadays, yeah, that dude did Boston Legal
This
for
was
like 5 or 6 seasons.
This
my
was
guy.
6 years ago, though.
Yeah, he's already a
Yeah.
multi-billionaire already.
He is Captain T. James T. Kirk.
I'm pretty sure his royalties are puffing his coffers perfectly fine.
That stuff from the credits.
I
Probably the most
lost all of
enjoyable
that.
thing of the film.
Try again.
The reel of him during the credit, probably the most enjoyable thing of the film.
Absolutely agree. 100%. I believe I almost said that verbatim with Hannah. I
What
completely
was that?
agree.
'Cause you
Just
guys
like all
both
the
said that.
after credit stuff that William
Shatner did.
Shatner did. Like where he was just like going off the cuff while the credits rolled. I thought it was the funniest stuff. I thought it was the most entertaining shit in that entire film. And
Yeah.
that's sad. So I don't hate it, but I hate you. Is what I'm trying to say. So Merry Christmas. And thank you for my presents.
Dude,
No,
you
it's
got any
fine.
last words for the movie?
It was all right.
Hey! New soundbite.
All
I liked it.
my,
It was all right.
my last words are I liked it.
Yay!
Actually, no, there was a lot of stuff I hated in this film.
Yeah.
But this was my second time watching it.
Oof.
First time watching it was right when it came out, so I remember this movie completely different.
I
But
look
Santa
like
Claus
Mrs.
story is
Claus
still
now.
my best. What?
What?
Yeah, you do look like Mrs. Claus.
With a beard.
Mrs. Claus's muff. Okay.
Remember? Vagina!
All right, so who wants to go next with their movie and introduce it?
Um,
Tivis or John?
Do you want to go last since yours is
the longest.
Longest.
Let me say, I finished your movie, Tivis,
yeah.
literally 10 minutes before we started recording. I need to say, I hate to keep doing this to you, because I assumed Michael would have the worst one, and I already buried the lead. Your movie sucked, my guy.
Really?
It was trash.
Really?
Only because I didn't realize how annoying Vince Vaughn is.
Why does everyone not like
He's
Vince Vaughn?
really annoying. No, hey, I like Jurassic Park too, and people forget he's in that.
Yeah, he is.
Also, yeah, he is.
Also Norman Bates.
And I
in
like
the
Wedding
Psycho
Crashers,
remake.
but when he's not surrounded by a bunch of people who just talk a lot, he's really annoying. And let me tell you, I don't think this movie introduces itself very well, because the whole point is they're shitty people. That's what the movie's trying to tell us. And then they become good family people by the end, right?
But
That's what the movie's trying to tell us. So I'm gonna put my face back on. Oh fucking hell! I remember I was sitting on the toilet, watching it on my phone. The first 10 minutes when they're in the bar and they meet.
As
each other.
one does.
Yes, it's important to create the atmosphere, to rebuild the situation.
So you had to rent this one too, right?
Yeah, fuck you
Okay.
guys. By the way, you fucking pieces of shit. For a movie that's 10 years old, I had
12.
to pay roughly $2, which is not true. It's 99 cents because we had a coupon, but neither here nor there. So I'm taking a turdy dump, watching my phone. That's how I started. That scene in the bar when they meet each other is so fucking pretentious and up its ass with the dialogue and the way that they act. And I go, I fucking hate these characters. I hate all of this. I hate it. It's awful. It's terrible. And then the reveal, oh, we were playing a sex game. I'm like, oh, I love Modern Family. I love that episode.
Yeah, I've seen this movie before, and I forgot about that, and we were watching it with the kids.
It's one of the least enjoyable parts of the film.
It's the worst part of the film. I'll say it right now. It's the worst part of the film.
So I remember that scene, but I didn't remember which Vince Vaughn movie it was from. I thought it was from like
this is the other thing I'm
Couples
going to get
Retreat
to,
or some shit like that. So.
It's funny you say that because that's the other thing I'm going to get to. It doesn't surprise me that Vince Vaughn just happens to keep doing movies with some of the hottest female leads. It kind of reminds me of Seth Rogen. Untalented fags who fucking just end up with these fucking scripts they just run off the cuff and think they're funny. They're not funny. Like, he's just talking. He's just talking a lot and being an asshole. And I go,
sounds like John.
well, I mean, you speak on what you know. This is why you should take it from me, because I'm very well educated in being an asshole. Stop Zig hailing, you two, please. The whole thing is, I hated that scene, and then they move on, and then it didn't get better for like 10 minutes. The scene when they're in the airport, and they're like trying to get on. Why would a newscast go up to people who are trying to buy their tickets? That's retarded. They should have done it when they were trying to get onto the plane, or they were in line to get onto the plane, or they were at a kiosk.
At the beginning and at the end, the newscast thing, both will never happen.
They're terrible. They're terrible, dude. It's
Look,
terrible.
if someone came in,
and I get it. People are like, "Oh, it's a rom-com." It's like, no, fuck off. Go watch like 13 Going on 30. I'll buy that over this.
The end one I could see happening on a small local, but
not without asking before you go into the room.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I agree with him. I'm sorry. Like, don't get me wrong. People are going to go, you just don't like rom-coms. No, I love rom-coms because I'm a complete faggot. I love, what is it? 10 Days or How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. One of my favorites.
It's a good one.
Also, I love rom-coms.
When the fuck are we getting a Jason Segel Vince Vaughn movie where they both are just annoying big tall guys? Because I love Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I love 2 Weeks Notice with Hugh Grant and Sandra Bullock. I love. There's this really great one that nobody knows about. It's Kate Hudson and Luke Wilson. He's like a writer. I cannot remember the fucking name, but he's like a writer, and she's a telegrapher or what? Not telegraph. It's a stenographer. There it is. And he has to dictate a book to her. It's one of my favorite rom-coms. I love it a ton. And I would just argue Shrek's a rom-com, and every Disney movie. My whole thing is that they paint these people so shittily at the beginning, and then they try to overcorrect, and it doesn't work. Their family, you're watching a bunch of hyperbolic stuff happen, and I'm either supposed to laugh or am I supposed to cringe? I'm not sure. But the problem is
you're supposed to remember, oh shit, this is my family.
Don't worry, there are a lot of times when I
moments.
To be fair, I think the film does a really good job. I do a lot of self-inflection. I think it's really true. I think it rings true. A lot of tropes, a lot of stuff. It seems hyperbolic, but I've seen this stuff. I've seen this stuff in real life.
Is it Alex and Emma?
Yes. Thank you, sir. God, you are the guy in the chair. You are my Felicity Smoke, and I love you.
Well,
so we'll talk to each other, and I'll love you from afar for about 6 years, and then we'll be shipped on the internet.
Before you keep talking, John, Tivis.
Yes.
This was your movie pick. So tell us, what did you think about your movie after?
Yes.
'Cause I'm sure you've watched this multiple times.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I totally watched it this morning, so it's very fresh.
I picked this because it's pretty relatable for us. First, it came out a couple months after I started dating my wife, but once we started, going to family events and stuff, we had 3 we went to. We were with her mom. We went to my mom and my grandma, and then my dad.
Mm-hmm.
So we got all kinds of different things throughout the day. Like fucking things. Easter was jam packed. Like by the end of it, we were so exhausted. So having to go to multiple locations and different,
Okay, so you're cutting in and out. So feel free to redo a little bit of that. I do got to ask. So when you say like you have to go to multiple stuff, is it a lot of traveling? Are you guys all in the same state, or do you like go all over the place? And don't dox yourself. Honestly.
They're all like about 20 minutes to one location.
Okay.
So and then 20 minutes back.
Yeah, it's about the situation that we're in.
Yeah.
That Hannah and I. Sorry. Yeah, it can get exhausting. I completely agree, and I think a lot of people don't take that. So I gotta ask, because I think this movie really brings this up. It brings this, and I would love to talk about this. I think it's important. Do you have children?
No, not yet.
I don't. Do you want children?
Yeah, eventually.
We're on the fence. Michael, we already know. You got some kiddos. Are you looking into others?
I'm a slut.
Are you looking? Yeah, you're a dirty man. To be fair, I have seen your wife. She is quite the dish. So I don't blame you. Are you looking for another child? Not like in a gutter or anything, but I'm just asking. Are you looking to have one in some capacity? You don't have to answer.
Yes. We were looking into having more kids in our house, if that's what you're asking.
Okay, there you go. I love your broadness. The idea.
I can't talk a lot about.
Yeah. No, the whole point is because this movie brings that concept up, which
We're
I think.
kidnapping 10 kids. Okay.
Jesus Christ!
Jeez.
I get it. You took the banner off your white van and you didn't buy
Way
candy
to
at
put
Halloween.
it out there. Now I can't be associated.
You're like, fuck, COVID showed up and now I can't buy candy for the children. That's fine. No, but this movie really does tackle that stuff in a very absurd way, and I think that's the merit to this film. I didn't like it. Don't get me wrong, and I think it's because I was just in a bad headspace. Maybe if I was drunk, I might like it. Which you would assume I'm just in a perpetual state, but I like the dynamic because I did grow up in those kind of houses. What about you guys? Divorced families anywhere?
Yep.
How many? And please tell me to fuck off if I'm getting too deep, because I think this movie really explores this shit. My
biological parents were never married, so I grew up with nothing but step family.
Yeah. And the whole thing is it's 4 Christmases because both people don't know a ton about each other who have both divorced families. So they literally have 4 families to go visit in essentially a day.
We would do everything in one house. Everyone would just come there.
Yep.
Because family is
Well, we were
family
Hispanic, so we
doesn't
did that
matter.
too. Yeah.
So-
It was like, fuck it. We'd get drunk enough. We'll all hang out.
I have friends that I grew up with whose parents were divorced and they were hanging out together all the time still and drinking at parties with each other all the time still. And I think they probably did it originally to try and keep the kids cool. But then they just became friends again afterwards. So,
Yeah.
I mean, when you're married or when you're together for so long, you kind of become friends anyways.
You'd
It's
hope
like
so.
a natural thing.
You fucking hope, right?
You either become friends or worst
Or-
enemies. So
Yeah, exactly. I think this movie
and
explores
always,
that.
I will say this: I will get a little relationshipy.
Oh,
Always, people. If you feel that you're becoming worst enemies, just end it right now. Especially if you have kids.
Don't do that. Just talk.
Especially if you have kids.
I was
End
gonna
it on
say
a good
talk.
note. End it
Talk.
on a good note.
No, talk.
No.
Communication is important, regardless of whether or
Until
not you're
she
going to
grabs
end
a
it.
knife.
If
Don't
you have
leave.
to
Don't leave. Don't leave as an enemy.
if you have
Never
to ask
leave as
the
the enemy.
if you have to
No,
ask
that's
a
what
third
I'm saying. Don't wait until it gets to that point where you're fighting all the time.
You were very hyperbolic. I'm just trying to tell people it's important to talk. If
Okay,
you're gonna,
I
if you know you're gonna fuck off,
I will concede if you're both trying to kill each other, leave.
Don't talk in the kitchen where knives are. Let's just say that.
talk in the bathroom where I can give you a swirly. I think the movie really
Make sure they have breakup sex too.
You're so dumb. The movie,
People
I think,
still do that at our age. I don't know.
Fucking hell, Michael. And yes, it is our generation.
Merry Christmas.
Come in my chimney. Look. I'll give you my Yule-log.
Okay, so go on.
This movie tackles a lot of that stuff. With the hyperbole, and then they have these really somber moments, and I'm really impressed. My problem is that I think that their absurdity is too much. I don't think it's impressive. I don't find it necessarily funny. I think
like what absurdity? Like
so,
give me
like
an example.
Definitely the bouncy house. Oof. I think the only good joke in that is when she's like, the marker, I peed on it. That's the joke. That was the joke, but that shit went on way too long.
My question was, it's Christmas Day. Why are there so many kids over at that one person's house?
I had no idea.
Kids. Like...
Yeah. We don't talk about that. And then there's also like with the dad, with Vince Vaughn's dad in the, in the whatever, like, they're like doing these wrestling moves in the room and stuff, and I get it, it's hyperbole and it's insane. Why not just drag him out to an actual backyard ring? Don't do it in the house. It's like these guys are running around breaking stuff, running, like, doing cool stuff,
as
doing
someone
backflips. But it's like
grew up in a family.
But he ruins the living room. It's like the dad. If he actually gave a shit about that, they'd have a ring out they'd have an octagon in the background. In the back room.
As someone who grew up in a family that did a lot of backyard
yes, you did.
wrestling,
and the fact that you don't have videos, I'm still pissed off at you about.
I do. They're just not converted to a way that.
Well, you better fucking do it because I am dying to see.
It's totally
Myke
would happen. It totally would happen. I still go to my mom's house and fuck around in her house all the time.
Yeah, but you don't break shit.
If my wife's not there,
you're not jumping off a fucking coffee table.
Couches,
no, don't fucking give me.
tables.
Don't give me that fucking face like you do that. Don't lie.
You want? All right, let's call my mom up and ask her.
Yeah,
now.
do it.
All right.
I'll talk to your mom.
All right.
She might actually be into me.
Yeah, the dad part. Kind of.
No, dead ass. Are you going to?
Yeah, I'm calling her.
Fuck yeah, I'm in. Oh, Christmas
answers.
Miracle. Well, don't be. To be fair, I do have nieces and nephews with the treehouse and stuff. We'll take out and wrestle and have a good time and have a gay old time. And and the older niece just looks at us and like we're all stupid.
She didn't.
But no, it's
yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, I get what they were trying to do, but it might have been a little too much for me. Like they really like leaned into like country hicks, but they end up being the most wholesome, blah blah blah. Like with the board game.
Country hicks.
Yeah, with
for the mom,
the UFC and the
yeah.
baby, the wife with the.
Oh, that's like more trailer parky. Kind of
sure,
like My Name
with
is
the
Earl.
cheese whiz cracker lady.
Yeah,
I gotta say that's.
I like the
pretty
characters.
much-
I like the characters. I think they're all hyperbolic. I think that was the point. The only thing I don't like about it is just
look,
you're asking a lot.
give
for
me
to
John
come back.
Favreau like fucking buff like that in every movie.
Was that
I'm
the
down.
buffest he's ever been?
I think
I
so.
would say yes. Yeah.
I had to explain that to Nikki. I was like, dude, that's at first of all, I said, dude, that's the guy who created Baby Yoda.
That's the guy who directed and was Foggy in
Daredevil.
Daredevil. Yeah.
I don't think
Ben
he
Affleck.
directed it though.
Yeah, he did.
What?
Did he?
Yeah.
The first Daredevil movie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ben
he was
Affleck.
Foggy Nelson.
I know
yeah.
that. I didn't know he directed it.
Yeah, he
didn't direct
directed
that.
shit out that. I'll double check myself. Unless
Okay.
you want to click it. No, fucking. I'm gonna let my computer guy do it. Proof me, on air. Proof me. Well, on air, as I say, we're not live, but yeah, I think he might even co-wrote it. I know for a fact he directed it, but okay.
He didn't direct it. Mark Steven Johnson directed
Okay,
it.
directing is
Mark
you got
Steven
the
Johnson wrote it too. He didn't do nothing but act in it.
Oh, I would.
But
check
he
the
did
behi-
do Iron Man.
I would say no.
Yeah.
I would say check the behind the scenes on that. I
I'm
think that's where I got it twisted. He was heavily involved.
He was in Swingers. I forgot he was in Swingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good in Swingers. He's also an elf. Did you know he's not going to be
Yeah.
an elf? He didn't want.
He
Elf
directed
2
Elf.
because him and Will Ferrell didn't get along.
Yeah.
That's sad. That's sad to think about.
Shit happens.
No, it just sucks. I just like. I'm still gonna argue. I'm pretty sure Jon Favreau had a lot more to do with Daredevil than people think. I watched a lot of behind the scenes. They said he was heavily involved. Maybe it's just because he was big, but that's fine.
Maybe he did direct it, and they're like, "But we gotta put this guy's name on it." But trust me, we'll give you a Marvel movie later.
Yeah, and then he ends up creating a cinematic universe. Also, Kevin Smith,
Which he
was in
doesn't
that
really
shit.
get that much credit for. Unfortunately.
Also, Kevin Smith was in that. But
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was in the morgue, right?
Yep.
yeah, he was the coroner. I actually enjoyed him. It was weird. Super weird. I don't know. Shut up.
All Kevin Smith's cameos are usually pretty good. They usually cast him right for the character
Yeah.
he's gonna be. Like even in
Good in
Die
general,
Hard, Fast and Furious,
but not
or
good for the movie.
was it Live Free or Die Hard?
Live Free, Die Hard. I actually do. I unironically enjoy that film.
Yeah.
I unironically enjoy that film.
Is that the one with the hackers?
Yes.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
Maggie Q is a sexy assassin.
Fucking
and
Oliphant's in it,
And Timothy fantastic.
which is actually the second movie that Kevin Smith is in with Timothy Oliphant.
What's the other one?
The other one,
Oh, Catch and Release.
yeah, Catch and Release.
I
There you go.
actually enjoyed that film. Also, Jennifer Garner.
Also,
I
I think
believe-
that's the film where Jennifer Garner realized she didn't like Kevin Smith.
Exactly. And I believe that was when she divorced Ben Affleck.
No, they were still married.
Oh, at that time?
That movie is
Oh.
old, yeah, dude. That's when Ben Affleck stopped hanging out with Kevin Smith as much. So, yeah.
Damn. That's fucked up. Bros before hoes.
But as soon as they got divorced is when Kevin Smith and Affleck got back together again. That's such a sad story. Like, it's a good story to hear, but it's also sad to hear that even happened in the first place. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm going to keep saying that instead of anyways.
I agree. I don't know how. I do know
All right,
how.
so let me dive into some stuff. First of all, you can't spell families without lies.
Oh,
I love
fuck
that
me.
fucking saying. I'm going to put that on a shirt. Thank you, Vince Vaughn.
Also, no, but the movie says that's a bad thing.
Don't care.
All
No, lying to your family is not always a bad thing.
I understand what you're saying, but that's not what the movie was trying to say.
I don't care what the movie's trying to say.
Like, you know, I'll tell my kids until they're like 5 that the stork brought them to my house. That's a lie. Or Santa is real.
Okay. Okay.
Spoiler alert. I'm not Santa.
Yeah. So they did a scene in this movie where they do that, and I forgot that scene was in this movie,
Yeah.
and my kids were watching. Calum still,
Believe.
yeah. So yeah,
Just say it's a movie.
Oh.
that's what I did.
Oh,
I had
shit.
to
It's just a movie.
explain to
He's
him
retarded.
it's just a movie.
I
Oh,
was like, watch,
shit.
he's retarded.
And then we got into the whole thing about how Santa can do everything. I'm like,
Can I say
Was-
it's creepy that they made the and this is oh no. Okay. I'm thinking about it and I'm gonna do it anyway. Pedophiles are rampant in Hollywood. There you go. Hard cut. They made the kid a streaker because he didn't believe in Santa. They made a kid just get naked and jump out a window Because he didn't believe in Santa. Why? That is a weird thing to choose. I don't like it.
Wait, what? What does that have to do with pedophiles?
Because I think that's gross.
Oh, the kid in his undies?
Well,
Is that the
yeah,
part that you think is gross? Or what part do you think is gross? I'm confused.
I think it's
I
weird.
wasn't listening. I was
I
talking.
thought it was weird that they felt the need to put that in what is it? Idiosyncrasy or something? Whatever. That weird character trait into the character that when he's upset, he gets naked. And they gave that character trait to a child. He just gets naked?
I
think that's weird. I think
as
that's
a father,
super
though,
weird.
that is stuff that happens because we even made fun of Caleb for it because he does the same shit.
He
He'll
just
get
gets
naked,
mad and takes his clothes off?
and takes his clothes off. He'll open all the fucking cabinets in the kitchen and the drawers. And it looks like the poltergeist just went through our fucking house
All right.
sometimes. So
It might be.
It does
It might
happen.
be.
It does
It
happen.
might. It might be because I don't have kids. So,
Yeah. Shit
but
like that
I
happens
do-
all the time. Like I've even gone and seen my friends say shit that their kids have done that. It's just like they get angry or something. I don't know. Like what's
I
going
guess
on?
you don't have to hard cut what I said, but I still feel what I said was relevant. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I go.
It's
I think
funnier
it's
though
very,
because
I
yeah.
do find it strange that
they don't
was
get
like
butt
his
naked.
reaction.
Usually it's straight down to undies or some shit. You
But
know?
then he threw his undies on the windowsill
I will say
after he jumped out of a window.
I will say one of my
The
kids.
fuck!
One of my kids. I'm not gonna say which one.
All right, fair enough.
But
You only have two, so I'm gonna flip
I
a
know.
coin.
there was a spider on him. It like
Oh,
dropped on him.
Christ.
This kid, he fucking, and we were outside.
All right.
He
outside.
screamed so loud, and like by the time we got from the front of the house to the garage, all we saw was a pile of clothes. It looked like he fucking got raptured, and there's just clothes there.
So
And like it's everything. Butt ass naked kid just ran into the house.
They're like, oh my god, it's just we live right next to Epstein's Island.
But like I come over and there's just like clothes like going like in a line to the house. I'm like, did my
But, like-
kid just get fucking
But like that
raptured?
makes
What's
sense
going on?
to me.
That-
Like, I'm sorry, but that
happened-
makes sense to me. Versus
So-
like, I learned a realization. Let me get naked.
I'm gonna tell a story that she's probably not gonna want me to tell, but I don't
Here
care.
we go.
That happened to my wife.
Oh no.
She does not like bugs, and then she was trying to get a moth. It disappeared, and I'm like, I think it landed on you. Screams her head off, starts ripping off her clothes and running up the stairs.
And you're like, yes, I must buy more moths.
Oh God, it's just a moth.
Are you gonna get her a moth for Christmas now?
No, because she'll get me back by putting a fake snake in bed. I'm not opening that
Oh,
door.
you don't like snakes.
No.
You played your hand, sir.
Awesome.
All right, so sorry
Um,
guys. You know me.
Yeah.
Like you guys are willing to shut. You can shut me down whenever
Yeah.
you want. I'm just talking.
John Favreau
Yeah, I'm
buff.
just-
Okay.
I'm just a big
John
Vince Vaughn
Favreau
mark.
buff.
I wrote this down. Breast pumps don't work like that, okay? Just so we're clear. My wife had the same one that they had in this movie. Breast pumps don't work like that. They're not just go suck right onto your
Especially
breast.
on your clothes.
With
I
your
was sitting there
clothes.
going, "What the fuck?"
Yes.
Something
Yeah, they don't
came
do that.
The evangelical church had some issues with that. Thought we were dealing with one of my favorite moments was, and this is just, I think there's a deleted scene. How did the pastor know Brad's the name? And people would say, "Oh, Reese Witherspoon looked back at him and goes, Brad, you're gonna be whatever." It's like,
Yeah.
no, he was 50 feet away.
Yeah.
How the hell
Also-
did the pastor know his name?
The pastor knew his
Ooh,
her
the
mom.
pastor was dating the mom, so he
Yeah.
might know after
Yeah.
all the years. Okay.
He might have also
you know what?
met
I'm
them
gonna retract
before
that.
the
Yeah,
service
it's
started.
possible.
Yes, I'm going to retract that.
People who are good with names, unlike me.
Also, that's another fucking thing I wrote down. He picked his own fucking name and he picked Brad. Like, are we serious?
No, he picked Bradford.
Yeah.
That's not better. That's not better.
It's
Why
better
would he
than
pick
Orlando.
a longer name
better
and
than
then
Orlando.
shorten it?
Fuck off. It's
Like,
better than Orlando.
Orlando?
Yes,
to
because
Brad.
anything affiliated with Florida is awful.
Orlando Bloom? Did everyone? Orlando's not a bad first name. There are people with
It's a
the
bad
name Orlando.
It's a bad name. The only reason why he gets away with it is because he was Legolas. It's the only reason. It's the only reason. It's the only reason.
Okay. Well, I'm all through my notes on this.
You wouldn't make fun of a person named Orlando.
Yeah, I'm
Fuck outta
sorry
here.
for.
No.
What am I gonna call him? Oreo?
Yes.
Lando.
Fuck out of here.
There you go.
Me.
Lando.
He fucks robots.
They call him that in the movie.
He fucks all the robots.
But yeah, I'm sorry for putting people through this.
I legitimately think your
One of
movie
his
was the
better
worst.
films.
I'm
but-
sorry. I think your movie
No,
is the
actually,
worst.
I did not. I don't think it's a bad film.
I don't think it's
But
terrible.
in
I
my
didn't like
defense, well, I like a lot of bad stuff. Anyway,
it was just
so it doesn't matter.
generic.
I
Yeah,
like
you were
Vince
telling me how
Vaughn.
you liked Twilight the other day.
Shh. That's
Yeah,
gonna be a special
Don't kick
episode.
him out of the closet that fast, my guy.
I do like Twilight. Not the second
know
one. The
you do.
second one's kind of eh.
Oh wow, that doesn't help. I just gotta say, I don't think the film is bad. It's super generic, and I'm meh. I'm just meh on it. I don't think Reese Witherspoon and Vince Vaughn are a convincing couple. I think everything's too hyperbolic, and I like the idea. I didn't hate the execution. I just think it's too hyperbolic, and I think it's lame. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10 for watchability. Subjectively, I'd give it like a 3. So I just didn't like it. I don't think it's a
I
bad
hate
film.
giving numbers
I
to
just
films,
did
so.
not like it. I just didn't like it.
So yeah, obviously I enjoy it. I'm a big Vince Vaughn mark, to use the wrestling term. So
Yeah.
I have not watched. There's movies of his I haven't seen, so I can't
Yeah.
say I like everything he's
What'd
in.
you think of
Everything I've seen,
What was
I've-
it? The Cell.
The what?
The Cell. Scary movie
Uh,
with him and J-Lo.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
All right, I would love to watch that film with you.
Did you ever watch the one where he was Norman Bates, the Psycho remake?
Oh, that's good too. He's really good.
I feel bad because the movie got so much shit because it was literally a shot-for-shot remake. But he was good in it.
He's great. He's a good actor. Don't get me wrong. I think the problem is that he tends to do a lot of movies that directors hire him to do the work for him. Like he's an ad-libber, like you read about. The breakup with him and Jennifer Aniston, Wedding Crashers, things like that.
He used to do a lot
Dodgeball.
of
Dodgeball, great
Dodgeball.
example.
He used to do a
Love
lot
that
of
film.
films that weren't always comedies, and then he started doing comedies, and he's been in that
Well,
for the longest time.
have you watched that new one?
Freaky? Not yet, but it
Not
looks
yet. It's on my
ridiculous.
list to do.
It looks fun.
If it
and
wasn't
stupid.
$20 to fucking rent, I'd watch it.
I must
but
say, it looks
I might
like.
go to the theaters and see it.
Now tell me, I don't know, because you guys are probably more up on this. Looks like Happy Death Day, or Death Day 2, or whatever. This
I
looks
have-
like
by
the same
It's
film.
done by the same guy.
It looks like. Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Totally makes sense. Like I'm looking at it and I'm like,
I believe
those
it's
were
done by
really well received. So, I mean, I think it's retarded. I think it's gonna be retarded. How about that? But I think it might actually be watchable. I just Vince Vaughn's a one-note actor, who has shined a couple of times. I think again, watch Jurassic Park 2. Not same actor. Watch The Cell. It's really good.
Couples
it's a
Retreat.
mind-fucked. The Cell
Arguably
is
one of
not
his
a good
worst.
movie. The Cell is not a good movie.
I'm not
But it's
seeing
a-
that on his list.
It's a mind freak.
the director of Happy Death Day wrote Freaky.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but Tivis,
And-
if you're bored, don't watch it with your wife unless she likes freaky shit. Her and J-Lo were in The Cell, and
Yeah,
it's,
there.
it's
Why
a
is it
neat
not
film.
on his list of films?
Well, it's because he dies. Spoilers.
You got different things in there.
Good film. Doesn't deserve
He
anything.
also directed that too.
It's the
Sorry.
Last
Oh, there it
Jedi of freaky psychological thrillers.
So Freaky, just so everyone knows too, the working title for that was Freaky Friday the 13th. Was what the original
I'm
working
glad
title
they
was.
stuck
That
with
makes
freaky.
sense.
I'm glad they stuck with freaky.
Yeah.
Because the concept is he killed a girl. A serial killer kills a hot high school girl. I threw the adjective in there because I'm a pervert.
It's Freaky Friday, but with a serial killer and a high school teenager.
Well, he stabs her like on like some I guess the
burial
football
ground
field
or
is
some
like a
shit?
burial ground,
Yeah.
and then they switch bodies. Which I'm like, cool concept, a lot of fun. Sure.
I heard it's really gory and everything too. So
Yeah, and so I'll never watch it.
It to me it looked like
But-
a cross between Friday, any slasher film, and Hot Chick.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch
Hot
it.
Chick's
I'm-
another one that's just fucking Freaky Friday.
unless I
so-
get forced to. I'm not watching it. It looks pretty obvious. It seems.
I'll watch it and see how gory it is. If you've
Sure.
seen something gorier, I'll let you know.
Sure.
Because
Because I've watched some
know
Saw stuff.
somewhat.
I like the Bone Collector. I've watched some fucked up stuff. It's fine.
Dude,
I just-
the collection or the collector and the collection, those are fun movies.
I'll watch anything
I made
with
Nikki watch
Angelina
those.
Jolie in it, and I just get sad because she picks a lot of shit. Oh my God, The Good Shepherd was one of the first films I ever walked out of. After Burn Notice, or no, not Burn Notice. That's a TV show. Burn After Reading. Two films
Yeah.
I ever walked out of: The Good Shepherd and Burn After Reading.
I've
The
never
only
walked
two
out of a
films.
film. Even
I
the free
walked
ones.
out after spoilers for Burn After Reading. Spoilers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When Brad Pitt gets shot in the face, I walked out. I go, he's
I
the only
started
character I
laughing.
liked.
That's when
You
I
can't
laughed
shoot
my
someone
ass off.
that
He's the only
good-looking in
character
the
I
face?
liked. And I left. I was like, fuck it. We're going to go
So,
watch
did
Knocked
you
Up
see-
again.
Did you see spoilers? We're just gonna say it every time we say something. Did
Yeah.
you see the machine that
Yes, the fuck
George
the
Clooney
fuck
was
chair
making? The
George
fuck chair?
Clooney made?
Yeah,
Yes, I bought it for Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
you can too.
I know. I bought it for my girl.
That's your guys' Christmas present next year. Fuck
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Anyway.
you. Okay. Anyway.
So we're getting to my movie now.
Yeah. Now we're doing the Hogfather.
So I've never seen anything for the Discworld. I've heard amazing stuff about the book.
Terry
And I gotta say,
Pratchett.
I loved this.
Terry Pratchett is apparently on the level of C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien. The difference is Terry Pratchett loves absurd. He lives in the realms of absurdity. And this is stuff I was introduced to via my girlfriend. If people are Doctor Who fans, watch the episode of The Beast Below. Kind of gives you that vibe. If you like that episode,
It's
then
funny you mentioned Doctor Who because you know
go.
the guy who plays Mr. Tea Time?
Yep. Timey.
Whatever. He was in.
No, fuck you. You watched the movie.
I did.
It's Timey.
He was in
I come to kill
one of the most divisive episodes, Love and Monsters.
Mm.
I thought he was the werewolf guy, but no, he was in that one instead.
Again, the hard part is with the actor for Timey, he's done nothing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He
he's got a
was
short list.
inspired casting. Incredible. Went off and essentially did nothing. And that's a shame.
Wanted. I know that.
Well, I'm just saying it's a shame. He should be more famous. He does a great job.
He does a lot of TV. It looks like.
But because obviously this was my
lot.
pick,
Holy
so I'm
shit.
going to do my best to sit back and let you guys talk about it. I got to say, here are the goods and bads. Good. I like British humor. I like good dialogue. And I think Michael would be on the... and Tivis, I won't speak for you, but I feel confident speaking for Michael for a minute. quippy dialogue, intelligent dialogue between established characters. A lot of fun. A lot of fun to watch. Can be a little bit boring. I absolutely understand that. I think this movie really, really, really excels on production value, character development, and conversation. That being said, it is boring as fuck. It is long. It's about a 3 hour and 15 minute.
I don't know.
Well,
I
Didn't
disagree.
find
I
it
would
that
not-
boring.
okay. Oh, no. Good. I would
disagree.
love.
It's not boring at all.
Okay,
For-
fine. Wait. I want you two to go because I watch it every year.
Okay.
It's a 3 hour slog where I go, we're going to watch it. We're going to go. I love the characters. I think everything, they have really good points. My only issue is that I feel like they could really cut like 30 minutes out and still you're going to be like 2 hours, 45 minutes or whatever. There's a lot of pausing. There's a lot of, overt setup that you don't really need or reiteration. And I think that's because apparently, I didn't know this, the movie was broken into 3 parts.
Yeah.
Initially.
For TV.
Yeah. So did they probably film it all together? Yeah, sure. Probably. But I'm guaranteeing they probably shot it to have breaks. So they probably left stuff out. They put too much in. And in certain sections, it's one of those things where I think they did a really, really good job with the characters. They did a lot of stuff with the costumes. They did a lot of stuff with the music. I love the music. And I think they just dragged stuff for like kind of like a please laugh moment or like a, hey, this is neat, or like, or a establishing shot just a little bit too long. That's all. I think... Honestly, the film could have been 5 hours, and I'd have been fine with it.
That's like British humor, though. Like a lot.
No,
of it,
I
like,
totally
dragging
agree.
it out.
It's one of those things where I would just go, make a choice. Do you want the movie to be 3 hours and 30 minutes long, or why not give me more? I was the whole thing is with this film. It's like I want to give me more. Like I literally wanted an HBO series that was 10 episodes long, an hour apiece, and give me everything. Like when they cut to the wizards, I wanted a whole episode about the backstory of the wizards. You sent me to death. Give me an hour about death. Give me when they go to Superman's ice castle and they meet drunken Jesus. Give me an hour. Give me an episode of that.
So let me give some backstory for those who aren't aware with Discworld.
Yes.
It is this is an we were talking about anthologies earlier. It's a bunch of books that take place in the same world but are lightly, if at all, connected. They generally are pretty standalone. And what the Discworld is it's flat Earth held up by 4 elephants on the back of a turtle flying through space.
Turtle.
Asgard.
Flat Earthers are
actually,
gonna go insane.
it's pretty funny you mentioned that. So Discworld, turtle, elephants, then the Discworld on top of it. And when they first started saying that, like Nick watched like the first like 20, 30 minutes with me.
Yeah.
Because she had to go to bed. I was up till like midnight last night watching this shit.
Apologize. Sorry, guys. Hey, I woke up at like 5 a.m. to watch 4 Christmases, and I was very mad. I was trying to be positive when we got into this.
I started this weekend.
She was like, "What the fuck are you watching? Like, what is this?" I was like,
"It's so much fun."
So I ended up pausing this, and we had a mythology conversation.
Yeah,
and I was like, "She's
Been
like,
there.
well, how can people?" I was like, "One, this is it's a movie, Nick." I was like, "It's based off of a book series."
Of course, let's go.
And then I was like, "Two, what do you mean? Like, people believe the world, like Greek mythology, Atlas." Like fucking, he's holding the world like on his shoulders. Like
I love Hercules.
Heracles is Greek, actually. Hercules is Roman. Thank you very much.
I apologize.
Just
get fucked me. I got fact checked.
That's
actually kind of cool.
That's something I didn't know.
I didn't.
You guys
know
didn't
that.
know
That was
that?
actually kind of cool.
No.
That was actually cool.
Yeah. No.
Sorry.
They started using Hercules with Kevin Sorbo because it was easier for everyone to say than Heracles, which is fucking
Well, and he's hot.
stupid. So, and then Disney, of course, made Hercules. I'm like, you guys are dealing. You have a Roman half god, demigod in the Greek
All right,
mythology
chill out.
movie.
Danny
Fuck off.
DeVito's in it. Danny DeVito's in it. That's all you need.
Okay. But no, like I was going through a bunch of different mythologies and stuff with her.
Yeah.
Like, people believe this and this and this. And then but then that's when I was like, it's also a movie and it's a book. So it's not like somebody really believes this, babe. Like there there are people that believe that Earth is just a little cell inside of another big being's body. So I mean,
flat.
there you go. Flat cells.
I mean, anyway, get to your
Anyways.
Anyways,
That
guys.
was it. I just wanted to say that because like it brought up mythology and shit, and she's like, "Well, how can people like read?" I'm like, "Nick, it happens. It's in our history. It's in our mythology." So, anyways, I wanted to shout out that they actually put Terry Pratchett in the film. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
I didn't.
He's the guy at the toy shop at the end of the movie.
Yes.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
behind. He's
Actually,
the
I
toy
do.
maker
I
or
do
toy
know that.
seller or whatever. Yeah.
After,
so-
I think it's after the store owner gets chastised, right? Or is it right before? I can't remember.
I think he is the store owner.
The guy who's like freaking, the bald guy who's freaking out? I don't think so.
No.
Oh
It's
my
the
God, my
guy-
beard. Oh my
It's
God.
the guy who sells the horse
Ah!
to death at
Ah!
the end.
Yeah.
The guy who sells the horse to death at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hannah would know better than me. I don't know. Look,
The turtle.
Apparently she pays attention more.
The turtle gave me Stephen King vibes with his whole weird mythology.
very Avatar. I feel
Yeah.
like Avatar: The Last Airbender stole a lot of this stuff. Also, gotta say, did have a talk with Aiden Paladin the other day about this. I love the overt concepts.
Mm-hmm.
And she agrees with me that you should go watch Doctor Who. I'm really just trying to promote Doctor Who. The Beast Below. Go
You
watch
mean
that
the
episode.
Loki show.
No, that looks like shit. I think that looks terrible.
Also
yeah.
shout
That
out to
looks pretty good.
Professor Jordan Perry from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Secret of the Ooze, because he shows
Jordan
up
Peele?
in this movie.
Jordan Peele.
The professor from TMNT2. Jordan.
What does he play?
Oh, the
Perry.
guy who made the
Yeah.
ice cubes.
He's-
to give to.
Yeah. He
Tonka
plays
and
Lord
Razor.
Downey in this film.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, David Warner.
I should look
Yeah,
at
yeah,
my
yeah.
notes. I do have some
I'm just going off
bullshit.
character names.
I do have some bullshit.
I have it right in front of me, so.
Can I say I watched this movie. Well, okay, no, I want your initial stuff first, and then I'll get into my bitching.
Well, I
You
want
two
people
go.
to know
You
if-
two go.
If
Because
First-
I understood that this was going
Shut
to
up.
be long
Shh.
and okay. Shh. Get fucked.
don't tell us to go and then talk.
Well, I was gonna make my premise, but it's fine.
Well, if I enjoyed the film, I thought it was very creative. I have not read this book. I did
I
read
can't
the Good
read.
Omens stuff, or started to, after I watched the show though. I do like a lot of Terry Pratchett stuff though. Like I said, I got the color of magic.
Oh,
with
Terry
the
Pratchett
Hogfather.
really is Good Omen in it.
Yeah.
I like that show too.
But
Shit.
watching this, you could tell. Like, I know it's newer than The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy from
Yes.
1981, which was a 6-part TV show or miniseries, but it was still 3 hours. I would love to dive through that with you guys because it's so much better than that remake piece of shit movie they did.
If you want a good
I'd be
version of that,
down.
find the BBC audios, because holy
Yeah.
shit.
Well, the BBC 6-part miniseries was awesome that they did back in the 81. I have it on VHS. I don't remember if I got it on DVD yet. I'll probably pick it up.
Why is John stripping for us?
John stripping, taking.
Oh
his
no, I
panties
just
off.
wanted to show off the. I just wanted to show off the back. I thought it was
John's gonna
important.
John's gonna get mad and take his clothes off and run out the window.
Oh, Michael Jackson. But I don't fuck kids.
But no,
What?
if you like longer content, I would recommend this film. Period.
It is in 2 parts, so it's pretty.
Hour and a half.
What's the word
each.
I'm looking for? Yeah, roughly.
So, and you don't have to watch it back to back like I did, but
No, I watched.
Well, you guys have to
Monday and
because it is a
Tuesday.
movie.
well, yeah. But you can like start one night and one another night.
Which
Yeah.
is what we did because
Christmas
I
Eve
felt-
and
I felt-
Christmas.
I felt it was important to actually take notes
Yeah.
and not be overtly like kissing its ass. So
I
we
did
liked
like,
it.
I
It feels like we all liked it for the most part.
I liked it.
liked it.
do. I like a lot of like British
Good
stuff
soundboard.
though, even though I've never watched Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So
Put it on your list.
You should.
right.
You should. You should watch a lot of
So
Doctor Who. It's
much.
good shit.
I'm
Good shit. Don't watch any of the new stuff though.
I disagree,
watch all
but
the
go
new
ahead.
stuff and love it.
You really like the new stuff, Tivis. Don't make me mad.
Yeah,
Okay,
don't
let's
mind it.
finish
What's
this
wrong
up
with
because
you?
I gotta get going. I got stuff to do.
I think the show was
Today-
terrible after the 50th anniversary. Anyway,
Question:
that's fair.
Did Death time travel at the end of this movie?
yes.
That's what I was wondering. Was it a
Yes.
flashback?
I have to say yes. I think that's the worst part. The ending is the worst part of the film.
So if Death could time
100.
travel this whole
It's
time,
so
why doesn't he time
unsatisfying.
travel later, earlier on?
I have to say 100%. I don't even know because the movie is very, very like vague about how they did everything. I think the ending is the most egregious part of this film. I think the ending is so bad and it's so unsatisfying, it could almost ruin the film.
I'm
not kidding.
A lot.
You liked it? Okay.
I, get that poor kid stuck off your window.
No. Don't get me wrong. I like callbacks and stuff like that. I'm talking about the lore, like with the idea of like when they went back in time and watched the Hogfather essentially be reborn or whatever. I just think it's so fucking cavalier with time travel and lore of their own fucking universe. I think it's so lame and
I'm
lackadaisical.
sure-
I think it sucks.
I'm sure that. So wait, did they go back in time to see him being reborn? Is
I
that-
couldn't even tell. I don't know.
I thought
did
that
they go
was
back, or is this
current
him
time.
being
Yeah, I thought that was
reborn, or I think
I
they
thought it
go
was just
back
in
in
the
time.
current. I thought it was just in the current timeline.
No, I think they go back in time. I'm like 90% sure
They don't
go back in
stay.
time.
So, because what I was
No, they're
thinking it
bad
was
at
in
it.
the current timeline. If it's the current timeline, then I was like, oh wait. So does this happen like every day? He at the end of the day he turns into a pig and then turns back into a man.
Exactly.
Because that would be really cool knowledge to know. Like
Exactly. It'd be fun world building, but they're so vague about
Yeah.
it. I think it's lame. And look,
Yeah.
and this is the kind of stuff that I have to keep telling people. I love this film. I think it's a cool film with good world building and a lot of good actors, good characters. Tia Timey is amazing. He's amazing. I think he's one of the best villains I've ever seen. Like
Tea time.
Tia Timey, I hate you.
Jonathan. Should we just call him by his first name?
I came here to kill you.
Oh, he's so creepy. It's
He's
awesome.
so good. He's so good. He reminds me of Charles Dance from Last Action Hero with the eyes and stuff and like being sinister and calculating. But at the same time, love these movies or films, short films, whatever you want to call them. I think the ending is so uninspired and I think it's a really, really weak sauce. The concepts are so solid, and I think you see that a lot in British TV. Just kind of we're nailing it, and then we just go out with a fizzle.
Yeah.
Sherlock, it's a great example for me.
I didn't think
Did
it went
they
out
ever
with a
finish
massive
that?
fizzle, but
Oh no, it's not bad. I don't think it's bad.
I
just
think
I
that-
think it's uninspired. I think it's boring and lazy.
I think they could have had the Hogfather say fucking something,
You think? Like I'm just saying, like think about the 90 things that you could have done better. And it would be better than what we got. See, that's the moment where I have to tell fans, I go, like, look, and you guys are saying something to a guy who watches it every year. I think it's super flawed. Like, it looks like I'm looking at a stained glass window that's already broken.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty, but it sucks. Fix it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. You have a bunch of. I love death. Oh my god! And the
what
dialogue.
was the point of the wizard stuff? Like,
Man,
the wizards
The
were
Hogwarts-
really just there to move her along later down the road.
Well,
I
weren't
don't
they
even
also
know that they
creating new
actually
gods?
had.
Yeah, they were creating new like god
The
beings.
deity
I would
of
make the
hangovers.
argument. I would make the argument they're non-essential to the storyline. I would have just cut them out.
I was waiting for them to like do something massive.
But I think
Right.
the point is the author was saying, hey, there's undermining. We all live up here. Death and the granddaughter and everybody and the Hogfather, we're all up here. This is where we live. Right? Now, here are the wizards.
Mm-hmm.
We're building those ideals. We are keeping them afloat. We are doing this, and we have powers to manipulate. Poop, 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 poop. And they're pushing it to the forefront. Now we're getting to see the peek behind the curtain. It's like the Wizard of Oz. Don't look behind the curtain. And then when we peek behind the curtain, they're like, shit, we got to fix stuff. And I think that's why it's kind of cool. It's BBC stuff tends to be very establishment. They have tiers. And Terry Pratchett is very C.S. Lewis. He's very J.R.R. Tolkien. Except Terry Pratchett lives in the world of the absurd. And I think
Absurd how? I'm curious. I was curious because things that I think are really dope, people are just like, it's absurd. I'm like, no, it's just creative.
okay, so
What do you think the difference between creative and absurd is then? At
What
that
a
point,
what a fucking great question, by the way. I think that's a great question. I know okay, I'm gonna
Santa Claus.
I'm gonna take this off for 2 seconds. What a fucking great question, Michael. And I really wish people would ask questions like that. Ask them to yourselves. It's very important. Don't be told everything. Be told and then ask. Always ask. Okay, again, so now. Why do you think? Actually, reiterate the question, please,
What do you
because I really like it.
So, what's the who says what's
Why
the
is it
difference between-
hyperbolic?
The difference between absurd and
Yeah.
creative, like
Um,
because you could say Terminator is absurd. That's kind of
Sure.
creative when it came out, anyways. Now it's
I
not
and
creative, but-
a robot killer,
Yeah.
not absurd. We could do that. We
Yeah.
can make a robot. Not that absurd. Now, a world being held up by 3 elephants and a turtle. That's absurd.
still not that absurd. We have a guy holding up the world in Greek mythology, though,
But we don't
on
follow.
his shoulder.
But we don't follow. Greek
But we don't
mythology.
follow it. But in their world, in that story,
Well,
that's
to be
their
fair, nobody
mythology to
follows
follow
that
it.
anymore. To be fair, nobody follows that.
How
I've-
do you know? There might be a cult out there that follows. Greek
Oh, that's fine.
mythology.
No, yeah, and good. Trust me, we're not going to change our government because Jeffrey Dahmer's followers did anything. The ideals here are that absurdity gives you a foundation in your brain. I think Asian culture really does this very well. Look at like a Monster Hunter or like any of to fucking hell any of their animes. Hyperbolic, super hyperbolic, and then they bring us back down to normal stuff. I always go to One Punch Man. How do you become strong and amazing in the most perfect person in the world. I do 10,000 push-ups, 10,000 sit-ups. I run a 5K. I built myself from the foundation. That's a great message. He's insane though. Right? Like in the world that he is part of, he's insane. Even though he literally is the strongest man. Right? And I get it. It's a cartoon. It's insane. But is that a bad value?
Oh,
We all need to work hard to become the best.
before we get angry letters, we know it's not a cartoon.
Anime. Sorry. Ruby's an anime. The idea is that you are always going to push your ideals into this stuff. You're just going to. And at the end of the day, you need to know the ideals that you're going to push. Oh my God, I'm losing my own thought. The idea is that when you make your content, you have a vision, you have a theme, you have a metaphor or something to share to other people.
Yeah.
And it's important to be truthful about it. And if you're not going to be truthful about it, that's when you are giving misinformation and people just go, "Oh, but it's your platform, so you can say whatever you want." It's like, no, you have an influence. Don't steer people into negativity and bad things. Like, let humans
Be humans.
I don't know, find their own way.
Life finds a way.
Fucking hell.
I love Jeff Goldblum. He's sexy.
But I don't know. I always like, if I make a story, it's my story. I'm not making it to be absurd, but to somebody else it might just be absurd. To me, it's just creative.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't ever look at something and be like, "Wow, that's fucking absurd." Like, and I watch a lot of this stuff, that's like,
well, I was hoping
everyone else would say is crazy or stupid or absurd. It's
Yes.
absurdity everywhere. Like The Rock punching a freaking missile.
Oh, and I'm glad, or like turning a torpedo with his hand.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, and I'm glad you finally said the absurd because that got me back on track. The idea is that you have to go absurd. When you go absurd, it gives that people the out of the suspension of disbelief.
Well, with this story,
When I see
would
The
think-
Rock touch a torpedo and turn it, I go, "This is all fake," right?
But see, with
But
the story that
you
we're
try to
talking
teach
about,
me a life lesson. It's like after that, it's like,
yeah.
all right, we have been so disconnected from reality at this point. I can choose as a person, does that speak to me or does it not? Go to church. Let me throw this at you. You go to a church that you don't care about, and they say all these radical things, right? You don't agree with it. Fine. I don't care. Santa is saying, ho, 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 Mary Magdalene was a hot bitch. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, when you have these teachings from a church, you go in and they tell you a bunch of stuff you don't agree with. Fine. What if they tell you something that you agree with? Do you discount everything else? Sure, fine. That's up to you. Can you agree on that one thing? And I think that's with the movies. It's absurd. It sounds absurd. Jesus coming back 3 days later as a zombie or whatever. It's like, oh, I can't figure that out. But him being a nice person and doing good things to people and teaching people to fish and all that shit and giving good metaphors, that's great. That's good shit. Do I discount all of those stories because I thought the other one was absurd? No. Watching Four Christmases, because I hated the first 10 minutes of that film, does that discount what that film was trying to tell me? It told me a lot of really good things. I don't like the film, but it taught me a lot of stuff. I self-inflicted. I've actually had a lot of those personal experiences. I'm not kidding. The film, not great. I think it's good. Story-wise, I think it has a lot of stuff to say, and I think it's important. And everybody's going to have a different reaction to it. And I think that's going to be the way of the entire world. There you go.
All right, so let's hurry up on this film then.
Yes. Yes.
I'm never gonna ask an important question ever again now.
I enjoyed the visual gags a lot. The the Intel joke powered by Anthill.
Yeah.
Oh, the dialogue is so good.
And
it wants you to learn.
The shop at the end, Terry Pratchett. It's not in the film or in the book, but he said if he could name it, it would be Toys Is Me.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. I really like it. I at first I didn't like that Death's mouth didn't move, but then I just got over it. I was like, you know what? I like it.
Voiced by
It was instant.
Voiced by Ian Richardson, who was also popularized more recently before his passing in 2007 for House of Cards.
Also, may I say,
sorry, he kind of sounded like Darth Vader for a few minutes there.
Oh, sorry.
Funnily enough, I kept telling Hannah, I go, I like this because it reminds me of old Kevin Smith films. It makes me feel like I'm learning.
A lot of good dialogue, or
good character interaction, good dialogue, and I'm learning. Because he says there's a moment where it says anthropomorphic personification.
Yeah.
That's a line of dialogue talking about them, their own selves, and immediately as an adult you go, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
But you're gonna eventually show this movie to your kids, and it goes, Google it. I mean, I did that with gentrification. I learned gentrification from Chasing Amy. This is stuff where I say movies can have influence, and the fact that people just shit on them and just say, it's just drivel. It's like, no, I think you're retarded. How about that? I think you don't think. How about that? It's like, you overthink this. You overthink this film and blah blah. I think you underthink.
The sad thing about Chasing Amy is if it came out now, people would
it wouldn't
hate
come
on
out. It wouldn't come out.
People would,
or it'd come out on like A24 and never be talked about. Yeah. What I'm saying is this
movie.
This dialogue asks you to deep dive. It asks for a second viewing. It asks
deep dive.
For a lot of stuff.
And for people that watch a lot of like BBC type shit too, like if you like the aesthetic that you get from a BBC show,
like an Office,
or like older Doctor Who and shit like that, because I've seen pictures and images and shit like that. And
old Doctor Who sucks. I'm gonna get canceled. Old Doctor Who, anything black and white is garbage.
I'm not talking about black and white, but just the aesthetic.
Well, it's because you're racist.
I love the cinematography for this movie. It's not like super like pretentious-y, but it's also not just like super bland either. So it's really like a perfect middle. And I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
I like
really
the
enjoyed
idea
it.
that the Tooth Fairy is like basically the one that can fuck the entire
And don't you
world
love
up.
that she's ginger?
With
If they redid this film, she'd be black, and then she ends up with white Jesus.
teamed up with the Toenail Fairy.
So what did I do with all those like new gods that just came about?
That is a good question. Is he taking that off? Because I'm gonna stop the timer.
Like the sock
It's that sock goblin or whatever.
All right. Well, I don't have much else to say about it. I actually rather enjoyed the film.
It's made me want to go and not only read the books but also go watch other,
Terry Pratchett stuff.
Terry Pratchett, to see just the visual gags and stuff that you wouldn't get from the book.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Good Omens, it's on Amazon Prime. It's a really good show. and I think it's David Tennant and I forget the other guy's name.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
That looked interesting. I just haven't got to it
With
yet.
the demon and the angel. So,
Yeah.
it's really cool. It's a really good show. It's not long either. And I think they're supposed to do a second season of it. I'm not sure. But with John, are you here? Because I do got to get going, bro. He dipped. All right. Well, what else you got to say, man, about the thing real quick? Since he's not here and we can finish up.
It's just it. I wasn't sure what to expect when I went into it, and like 10 minutes into it, I like absorbed because I was just watching it, not paying attention to the other stuff I was supposed to be doing at the time.
Did you watch this at home or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I for a movie I've never heard of, I enjoyed it immensely. It's probably not something I'm gonna get Nick to watch all the way. Like,
I'm gonna try to
in
get
one
Victoria to watch it.
sitting. It'll probably be a 2-day thing for her to watch it. She seemed interested, but it was just like I started the movie at like 9:00 at night anyway.
Like I said, the world is interesting. The characters are great. It's long. It's a slog. It's hard to get through. I don't think it's because you're not being entertained. It's just you're tired. That's all. I like this film, and I wish people knew more.
I don't know if people
about
can
it.
sit through and watch
Lord of the Rings.
Avengers Endgame,
Dude,
5
oh,
times
yeah.
in a row. They can watch this.
But then fucking Irishman comes out. That's like 3.5 hours. And
Yeah.
excuse me. And people are fucking like giving tutorials on how to watch it. Like, how fucking retarded are people? Like,
Yeah.
no, seriously. Like, this film is fine. I watch it every year, and I never finish it in one watch.
Which was the longer? Was it Infinity War or Endgame? Because I remember
Endgame was
articles
Endgame.
coming out and they're like,
Endgame was longer.
"Here's
Endgame was
when
a
you
lot
should
longer.
take your bathroom breaks to get the
Yeah.
maximum." I'm like, you can just.
And that's so funny. It's like, why are you so pathetic?
It's
I mean,
3 hours. It's not that bad. Like,
It's not like
No.
you're gonna die. Jesus Christ.
Don't guzzle your drink.
Well, and also, like, we're at a point where this is a 10-year-old. No, this is like 20-year-old film.
14.
And-
It's 14
Oh,
years
okay.
old.
Yep,
Thank you.
14. 2006.
I just go. You know it's long. Just
Yeah.
watch it. Amazon even broke it into 3 pieces
Yeah.
with ad.
On the Blu-ray I got, it's broken into 2 parts, an hour and a half each, basically.
It aired in 2 parts.
Our DVD was a 2-parter.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Again, the number one thing I will argue for it is it's just long, but it's all there. Everything is there. Acting is great.
But see,
Characters,
sometimes
casting, music, it's all good.
I like that it's longer, because they did the same. Like I said, they did the same thing with the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy when they aired it in 1981. They did a really long form. It's really good.
Is this the movie or like a TV show? Because
It
I know
was-
there's like multiple iterations. Of,
It was it's a
Hitchhikers.
movie that they broke into 6 parts for TV. It was a mini series, but it's 3 hours in length, and it's really good. And I had watched that before, like years before that remake thing came out with Sam Rockwell, which I still love that movie because
I
Sam
like that
Rockwell's
one.
in it.
Did you?
But compared to the original, it has nothing on the original. Like the
Really?
movie's an hour and a half long. This is 3 hours of content that actually dive into the real story, the actual book. Because
Well, and again,
I've read
British
the book
stuff
too,
is
so
slow. It's very slow. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. And
No.
we say that a lot.
Yeah.
It's just like it's the idea. It's like British stuff.
Their
It's dry
pacing is
humor, it's
definitely
slow.
slower,
Well,
but
no,
I
dude,
feel
like-
like it's appropriate.
But it's building. It's
Yeah.
building. It's
the
creating a
BBC
foundation.
version of Hitchhiker's Guide dove a lot more into the book. The American movie or whatever it was, they barely scratched the surface of the book with that
Wow.
movie.
And I can't read, so
And
I'll have
and
to
the
take your word on
ending,
it.
the ending to the BBC one, so much better than the ending to that movie. I'm like, what is it? Like when they were ending the movie, I'm like, is part 2 coming out in a year, or like what's going on? And nothing happened. I'm like, what the fuck?
I
They
got
didn't
one.
even go to the restaurant at the end of the universe in that movie. What the
Alright.
fuck?
I got one
Tivis,
final
what's
thing
your-
to say about this
Sorry.
this movie. I don't mean to cut you off, but
No, go nuts.
I know we got time restraints here. But did you guys
Yeah.
pay attention to the credits at all? Because he hid
No.
little jokes in the like his cameo. It says "mucked about" by Terry Pratchett, and then Michelle Dockery, who is Susan, also was the voice for the Death of Rats. They messed with her name. She's credited as Dockery Hellmice for that voice.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Thank you for giving us corrections as the computer guru. What I
thank
gotta
you-
say,
Okay.
may I
Yeah.
final ideals, because this is my film. Surprisingly, and if you guys want to go objective, subjective, go nuts. Initial thoughts. What do you think? Final thoughts. Recommend, not recommend, numbers, whatever you
Recommend.
want to do.
I recommend it as well.
So 2 recommends, and then Michael, a little more in depth. Numbers. What do you think?
Numbers? I
Sure.
don't
why
really
not?
do numbers.
People
but
like numbers. They
I don't
like
do
them.
numbers.
I won't disagree or agree or whatever.
My rating system's pretty simple. Did I enjoy it or did I not? And I really enjoyed it.
You mean I liked it?
Yes, I liked it.
I liked it. No, I recommend it, but as far as a number rating, like
People like them numbers, my dude.
people like numbers. That's so gay.
I agree.
I don't know.
All right. I would say, subjectively, I give it a 5, like completely, because I always fall asleep.
What are we going out? What are you basing that out of? A 5 out of what?
5
10
out
or
of 10.
5 out of 5?
10. 5 out of 10. Right in the middle. For me, because I do find it boring. I find it slow paced.
Really? I didn't find
Yes.
it that slow paced.
I really do. I think it's really boring. I think it does a lot of bad.
You found that
edits.
slow paced. That's so weird.
I know, right?
That's weird.
I
Yeah, you like Lord of the Rings.
you fucking piece of shit. Also, I will not equivalate the extended to the originals. I won't do that. I understand that the extendeds are a slog. And I actually talked about this on air. I don't think the additions to Two Towers are very good.
Okay, we're not talking about Lord of the Rings right now.
I know, shut up.
Come on, let's go. I got shit to do.
But content wise and objectively, I think it's an 8 out of 10. 100%. I think the casting's phenomenal. I think the production value is amazing. I think dialogue is great. What a fucking phenomenal film. I think it's amazing. Am I bored? Sure, whatever. That's just me. But I think it's a great film. I hate both of you. I'm just trying to be honest.
Okay.
God damn it. And I'm the one who sent it to you guys.
And I appreciate you for bringing that into my world because
Well,
I
I'm glad
definitely have
you
more to
fucking
check out.
enjoyed it.
It's a fun movie.
God damn it. I'm
and
going to
if
watch it
people-
every year.
If people
Because I
like
think it's
it,
good.
if people like it, I would recommend watching The Good Omens. I would also recommend watching The Color
That's
of
David
Magic.
Tennant.
A lot of these movies a lot of Terry Pratchett movies start to have some of the same people in them too, depending
Yes.
on.
Yeah, I know there's someone from this that goes on to the Color of Magic. I saw that.
Yes,
I couldn't tell you who it
it's
was though.
the Death's buddy, I believe it is.
Oh, Albert.
Oh, I love him. He's the
Yeah.
best part of the film.
So, I didn't want to rush out today, guys, but we're
We got
getting
shit to
told that
do.
we have to go do shit, unfortunately.
But I had
so
fun. I feel
I
like we
appreciated
deep dived.
I appreciated all the picks, all 3 picks actually.
The pigs.
The pigs, the hog
Hogfather?
pigs.
The hogs. Good job, Tiv.
I appreciate all of them. Hogfather is definitely going to be one that we rewatch. Probably not every year.
Yay!
But we'll rewatch it.
I'm probably going to rewatch it this year.
So I
think
did good.
I
did good.
I've watched Four Christmases probably 5-6 times
But
in my life. So
are we
Not
saying
bad.
that John had the best pick of the year?
no, Christmas Horror Story.
You're a piece of shit.
I'm voting John.
Let's
Yes!
let's have
And I'm
the
voting
fans
me!
pick which film did you like the best. Hopefully you guys all watched them before you listened. Four Christmases, A Christmas Horror Story, or The Hogfather.
Let us
check 'em
know
out.
on Twitter or the Facebook group.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Tell me I'm
Twitter.
dumb.
At us.
Scary. One of
Yeah,
the Santa's
voices.
elves got away from me. I'm gonna
Hearing
kill him.
strange
later.
My kid
voices.
literally just walked in here and is like,
I'm-
it's this time. Are we going to go?
Awesome. Good
All right,
timing.
so Tivis, you got to send off for us for Christmas, bro. Christmas time.
Yeah.
you got
Merry
put on
Christmas.
the spot, my guy. So I'm gonna go with no.
I decorated. That's enough.
Okay.
All right. Fair
I didn't
enough.
even do that.
Well,
I guess I'll.
I got my
You
quote.
know what? Let's throw it back to Tivis in about 2 seconds. I'll do
Okay.
it.
Yeah, I got something. Just go
I'll do
ahead
mine.
first.
Guys, I know things are scary. I know things feel bleak. There's a lot going on, especially in America right now. It's important to me
None of that.
that you understand. We are all human. We all want to be happy. Christmas is a time, even if you don't feel like it or you don't celebrate it on a religious ideology, you don't have to. Pretty lights, a Christmas tree, and a gift to your friend. It makes you happy. Happiness is what Christmas is. Watching shitty movies is what my friends thought was happiness. I'm having a cast with people that I love, people I respect, every week because I want to. And we live in a country right now that allows us to do so. Hopefully that will continue, and figure out who you love.
Yeah.
Figure out why you love them and
No.
keep doing so. Give them a present like Michael did, who is overtly generous on this cast.
Very much.
But also love yourself. If you can't love yourself, it makes it harder to love other people. Even if Santa isn't real, quote unquote.
Don't
Because
say
I
that.
still want to believe into him. Because I am here. Ho, ho, ho.
All right.
Life is precious. People are precious. And the ideals of Christmas are precious. Move forward. Be happy. And be very generous to the person next to you. I love you, and Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
Stay safe. Stay healthy.
Was that Tivis?
Oh,
Stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy the holidays.
Yes. Enjoy your pillow. Don't
Yes,
do
thank
pillow
you.
love though.
I'm kind of
No.
jealous about your pillow. I'm not gonna lie.
When that pillow came in, I instantly FaceTimed John. I was like, "Fuck, I want one of these now."
That's where I saw the photo.
Yeah.
I was like, that looks really familiar.
You're
Like,
all
I
right,
couldn't find it.
So, have a good Christmas, everybody. Take care of everything, and it's getting really loud in my house now. So my movie quote is going to be, of course, from The Hogfather.
Hey!
Is it the one I'm thinking
And-
of?
What's that?
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's the one I'm thinking of.
It just says Terry. Oh, it's from Death. Okay.
Mhm.
Hogfather is
From
Death.
death on Christmas.
Yep. Where is it? Human beings make life so interesting. Do you know that in a universe so full of wonders, they have managed to invent boredom? Thank you.
Legitimately wrote that down in my notes. It's one of the best lines in the movie.
Yep.
Thank you guys for this. I love you both.
Thank
Merry
you for
Christmas.
inviting me in this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tivis, you've been the best gift we've had. We appreciate
GIF.
it.
He's the best GIF.
He's a gift.
He's a GIF. Jiffy.
Merry Christmas, you dirty, dirty nerds.
Merry Christmas. Go check out the Santa Claus 1 through 3. Yep.
You just finished another great episode of Operation Babble. You can catch every episode of Operation Babble on all your audio streaming services, including SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, and more. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Operation Babble. And join the conversation today by searching for the Operation Babble group on Facebook. Links also in the description. Don't forget to find Myke on all social platforms, including YouTube, by searching Myke Shrews, MYKESHREWS. You can find John on Instagram and YouTube via Bald Man Bad. Thanks and have a great day.